Yo, yo. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's do it. Game time.
The keys, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok. Watch how I be clocking in. Got the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This for heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get on my excuses on a diss track. I'll be walking where the truth is. Ain't no zigzag, no more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop, drop, just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility. I stick.
What up, chat? What up? What up? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight. Don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep.
We back. Welcome.
No wait, now they saying oh wow. No more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard they drop.
All right, welcome in. Good to see y'all. Happy Monday. Let's go. Yeah, welcome in. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business.
Who's ready?
Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is a killer.
All right, let's do it. We ready, baby. We ready.
But really, he's standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go gorilla beat is from Elohim. Ain't no
W's in the chat.
And this composition ain't for fame, it's for G.O.D. Tell the devil go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish. How you feel like 9 to 5, we stand on business.
All right, let's do this. I am ready. I am ready. Welcome in. Who's ready? Who's ready? Happy Monday. Good to see y'all. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It's game time, baby. Time to eat. Let's get it. Who we got here? Wokey in the building. What up, Wokey? Mr. BTC in the house. What's poppin', Mr. BTC? What up? It's Plan G's in the building. What up, Shub? What up, Adam? Connor FX in the house. The whole Clubhouse squad is here. What up, Captain? What's goody? What's goody? Good to see you guys. There's too much activity, too much motion. YOLO Trader in the house. Chat. That's too much motion right there. What up, Elijah? Benji. I see Energy. I see Arrow Sassy. I see Zyper in there. I see Big Aaron. Let's go. Let's go. Josh Berry in the house. What up? What up? Oh, man, it's tough. It's tough. Not gonna lie. What up, Maiko? What up, Maiko? Carlito's in there. What's good? What's goody? All right. Yogi in the house. What up, AJ? Let's see who we got on YouTube. Luffy in the building. Z Gamer in the house. What up, Only Bands? What up, Nico? Vishal is here. Midas Touch in the building. Let's go. He's got the Midas Touch. What up, Jason C? Tony Gold. Hey, Joel in the house. Joel Joseph. What a name. What a name. W name. What up, GK? What's goody? What's goody? Hussein in the building. Let's go. Let's go. What up, Rose? All right, man. We good. We good. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope y'all had a great weekend. We are back. It is the last day of the month here. Last day of the month. And then we will begin. Will we begin? July. Yes, July is coming up. Yeah, Yanosh in the house. What up, Yanosh? What up, AV Mike? Look at these guys coming through like a storm, like an avalanche. What up, 3 Ants? There he is. What's goody? What's good? All right, you guys are amazing. What up, Jeff? You guys are absolutely amazing. Mr. Lopez in the building. Winners do things differently. That's right. That's right. Winners do things differently. We'll talk about that here today. So let's go ahead and get into it, gang. Again, happy Monday. Welcome in. It is good to be back at the desk. Let's go ahead and pray, and then we'll get the party started here today. Cool? Let's do it. Well, Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together. Lord, we thank you for all that you've done in this month, Lord, all the victory, all the lessons, all the blessings. Lord, we just give you the glory for every single moment of the time, Lord. We thank you that your presence is with us, and that's all we need, Lord. We know that if we follow the law, if we follow what we're supposed to do, that in due season the reward shall come to us, Lord. So I know that the harvest is plentiful, Lord. You've showed it to me. I just pray for more workers, Lord. We know that the workers are few. I thank you for using me to broadcast this all over the world, to bring more workers into your field, to reap more of your harvest, Lord, and to live an incredible life for them and their family and do the work of the kingdom. So we thank you for that opportunity here today. We just ask that you be with us here, and we give you all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Let's get it. W Day, praying for you and your family. Congratulations on all the lessons, all the blessings, all the mistakes, all the victories. Congratulations for it all the hard times, all the easy times, all the tough ones, all the easy ones. You got to be grateful for it all, man. You got to be grateful. Yes, sir. We just getting started here. We just getting started. Remember, the pen is in your hand, right? Same book, but the page different. You guys know how the song goes. It's up to you to turn that page, to make those moves, and to get on with the life that God has called you to get on with, all right? So let's go ahead and get into this here today. It is Monday. It is the 30th of June. Last day of the month. We've had an incredible month so far, and we're just going to wrap this thing up. We're going to put a little bow on it today. Maybe we can get a good trade out of today's price action. Maybe not, but all I know is that we will move into July. And we had a great month in June. We had a great month in May, great month in April, but every single month we've had to earn it, right? So July will be no different. We'll have to come in here, lace up, and earn our green days and earn our victory here just like we had to do in June. So great month, celebrate it, and let's move on to the next one now. So let's lock in on today. Today is June 30th. It's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient and disciplined players in the game. There's just a bunch of stuff going on here today. So USD is really, kind of yellow folders right around these areas here, like 9:45, 10 o'clock today. Other than that, we're pretty chill. Should be a very straightforward Monday. The rest of the week opens up a little bit. I believe we should have NFP on Friday. I know Friday is July 4th, so they might have moved it. Yeah, they might have moved it here. Did they move it? Oh, no. Thursday. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Thursday. Maybe we'll get the GOAT on the stream on Thursday. I'll see if I can pull some strings, and maybe we'll get a little Raja Casino on the TTE stream. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we can make it happen, guys. We'll see. I'll talk to his people about something, But yeah, so anyway, today we really got nothing. Let's go ahead and jump into the technicals. Let's jump into like a fresh top-down analysis here. I haven't really looked. I took a quick peek, but that was about it. And let's break down Gold and NQ here. Y'all ready? Amen's in the chat. W, yeah, maybe we get a little casino action on Thursday here this week. We'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. Just pause what you're doing for just a moment, especially if you want to get really good at understanding the markets and ranges and breaking things down and creating a bias for yourself. I'm going to help you with that right now. So let's talk about the daily here. This is the daily time frame on gold, and what we see is obviously a big push down. So if we track back a little bit, we can see that we're in this level of resistance, right? So every time we've come up in this zone, you have your all-time high up here. Every time you came in here, you ended up pushing down into these levels, right? Down into these levels. So same thing happened here. We created resistance. We came and pushed down into those levels, right? So we created another resistance now, and that's exactly where we popped to. Now notice every single time that we did come down here, we ended up coming right in here and doing what? What did we do every time? We pushed back up from that area, right? We pushed back up from that area, and then now we're rejecting that same zone again to potentially move back up here. So, right, could we anticipate that, right, in the very near future, this candle possibly rejecting the support levels, rejecting support, right, and then beginning to move its way back up? We'll see. I don't want to try and stop the rain here. It is very, it's downpouring, right? We are really pushing down, but I don't want to be blind to the fact that the last couple times that we did move down, we rejected out of this area. We moved down here. We kind of rejected out of this overall area, and now we're kind of there again. So we'll keep that in the back of our mind here. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is currently bearish. We do have a pretty nice support level, right? You have a very nice exhaustion wick to the downside here as well, right? So then we ended up closing bullish, but now we're running into a bit of an issue with this guy, right? So this candle really made no decision at all, and now the current candle has broken the lows, but you know, we're starting to reject that level of support there. So let's take a look at what that level of support looks like. We also have no top wick on this current candle here, right? So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is right at support. So you have a pretty strong support level right here on the 1 hour time frame. You have about 1 minute left. Yeah, about 1 minute and 20 seconds left on this 1 hour candle. Let's take a look at the 30 minute. I think if the 30 now can maybe potentially close back above the range here, you may have a shot to move up towards like 32.99 for NY open, right? Other than that, the sells aren't too bad. I'd say probably below, let me get rid of that, probably below 82 here, right? And that gives us time for a little bit of a pullback. 15 minutes going to possibly remain above this range. If you don't like taking the buy off of this, then you can always mark off this 15-minute range here. Try and keep yourself, you know, a little safe during NY open on the last day of the month here, and then take the buys to move up. So I think that's what I've got going on here. I will probably look to take buys above 32.92 here, which is going to be this above this area on the 15, right? Every single time, if we look left, we came up here, right, and rejected all this rejection. It wasn't until we actually got a closure that we pushed, right? So that's probably what I'll be waiting for here, is I'll let this thing range a little bit, possible closure, and then we could possibly get a nice move up towards whatever that is there, to 99. Yeah, back up towards 99. So that's probably my plan here. I don't really you know, I'm not too sold on the 1 hour just yet. I'm not really too sold on the 30-minute exactly just yet either, with that 15-minute chop to the left here. So if we can get a closure above 92, I think that's going to be the play for me today. And yeah, we'll get probably a straight shot up towards 99 there. Yeah, we can go break even around 95 and then push up towards 95. So or 99 there. So that's probably my plan for gold here. 30-minute also has no wick, so just be careful with that. If you guys are taking this trade off the 30-minute, I would wait for a bit of a lower wick before moving up with this price action here. So I'm going to use that 15-minute level there at 92.4 to keep me semi-safe here today. And yeah, that's the move. Yeah, let's take a look at these sells here. That'll be the 4-hour rebreak in the low. Yeah, so we'll see. Possible sells below. I think the best sells are probably going to be below 83 here, but you know, we'll look into all this, especially like as the 4-hour candle starts to wind down here. We're about midway through, but as of right now, we'll stick to this 15-minute, you know, consolidation here and go from there. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably leave it here for now and maybe look for range 2 sells below there. Range 2, yeah, range 2 sells. Cool. All right, so that's it. That's my day. I don't want to pop off on these sells when the 4-hour candle looks like that, because we could just literally come flying right back up, break this high, fill the wick, and then continue moving up there today. So the sells are a bit sketchy right there. I wouldn't really take them too quickly here today. Yeah, we've already moved down quite a bit. The sells were valid from like up here, maybe over here, maybe this breakout, maybe right here, but right now they're basically done. So all right, so that's the day here on gold. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here and let's see what we got cooking. I haven't really looked at this since Friday, so let's take a look. We have a bullish, just continuing bullish here. Let's go look at that resistance to the left, because we had ourselves right at that level there. So yeah, we rejected it. We never closed above it. You know, NQ is a pair right now where it's so bullish you don't even want to buy, because the move is like just continuing up, but it's also so bullish that you don't even want to sell, right? So it's very tough right now with this daily candle not really giving much market structure at all. But obviously the daily is moving bullish, and then obviously we have a all-time high sitting right there, right? So I think we cracked it now, right? All-time highs. Yeah, I think so today. Yeah, so 4-hour obviously moving up here. 1 hour, I don't even know what to do with this. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with this, man. Support sitting here, chop, it's just nasty here. Yeah, just nasty. Let's see, I'll wait on this 4-hour closure, and if we end up closing bearish, then there might be some opportunities. But if we just close like that, I mean, this probably won't be touching this at all today. Just choppy. Yeah, so that's it. Probably gonna mainly focus on gold at least until 9:30ish here today, and then go from there. So yeah, the longs look good here, but no bottom wick, and I guess we'll wait for the 15. Let's see. What up, PM Magnifico? What's goody? What's good? Clubhouse, how we feeling? W webinar this past weekend. I think that was pretty solid. I hope some of you guys did your analysis and all that stuff before each session today and dialed it in, and then just start not comparing it, but just kind of, you know, putting it up against ours, just seeing how it looks and how it feels. And, you know, does your description sound like our description, right? If we both were detectives and we went and investigated the same exact thing, would we both have the same stories, right? And that's where you kind of want to start lining it up. What's up, Lemon? Lemon. What's good? W, yeah, good webinar. Good webinar. I'm not too sure exactly what you're asking, Angelo. If you can maybe ask it again, I could take a look. Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what you mean. But yeah, the volume is here. We're moving up. We've got literally no wick, and we're moving on up. When in doubt, take an impulse entry. Yeah. Yes, sir. George VDM in the house. What's poppin', George? How we feeling? Let me open up the clubhouse here. What's goody? What's goody? Ben Bennett in the building, or outside the building. What's poppin', brother? What's poppin'? Morning, everyone. Futures Lore. What's up, Andy? Good to see you, brother. Stephen B in the house. What up, Bone? DJ Scratches. Mr. Patrick is here. What up, Angelo Betts in the building. Pitbull, and last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Gems. How we feeling? Holy man, he's living the day trader lifestyle. Y'all thought I was living the guru day trader lifestyle? Nah. Nope. It's Mr. Johnny Gems behind the scenes. Doing it right, baby. Doing it right. How are you, young man? Let me pop you off mute here. Unmute. Let's make him co-host now. In case you have to fight
my
off
man.
any pelicans or something over there. Let's pop
You
him.
hear these seagulls already? Yo,
Them
let's get 'em,
seagulls
man.
are coming for you, bro. They're trying to nest in your hair.
Coming. I know, right? Gotta get cover.
Seagull's like,
What's
yo,
up,
look at
brother?
that head of hair right there. That makes perfect for a nice little nest.
Yeah, right.
How's the trip?
Good morning, bro. Happy new week.
Morning. Good to see you,
Get it.
brother.
What's up, chat? How y'all doing?
Chat, Johnny
up, bro?
Gems.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Another session. Be patient, disciplined, y'all. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How was the ride to wherever you're at?
It was good, man. Nice, easy, smooth ride. It was good.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Yup.
We got NFP on Thursday this week. So, yeah, maybe we'll get Raja to come in and do a little casino for us. What do you guys think? So, instead of us going over to watch his stream, maybe he'll just come on our stream. That's going to be on
Hey,
Thursday, right?
That would be pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
No,
it is
Friday,
on
no,
Thursday.
Friday.
Yeah, so there won't
I
be
thought you
no
said Friday.
stream on Friday. No streams on Friday. Friday will be a bank holiday, plus we'll be hanging with the gang. We're hanging with the
Sick.
gang on Friday. Yeah, no stream. So no Clubhouse New York sessions and no YouTube New York session. Yeah, on Friday. So London might be a London might not be a go actually on Friday either. Thursday night, I think we could swing it. Yeah.
Thursday, I mean, Asia, London should be good.
I'll do it. I'll do London.
All right.
Yeah,
bet.
because Magnus can be
Bet.
traveling, so let's play it by ear. How about that? Let's see how the markets look after NFP, and then we'll vote on a London stream on Thursday. We'll let the people vote.
Sounds good, bro.
Yeah,
We got plenty of week too, so we'll see where
But-
we're at the end of the week.
yeah, but I'm down for London. I don't mind trading London on Thursday.
All right, bro.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling that Friday, so that works out perfect, honestly.
All right, sweet. Hey, George, where's George? It'll just be me and George, baby. Me and George in London on Thursday. Aaron will be traveling. Magnus will probably be sleeping. He'll be upstairs sleeping probably.
George, what's up, George?
Do I have a Telegram group? I do not, but we do have a Discord. So if you hit !Discord, that link will pop up, and you're more than welcome, my friend, to join our group here. And let's just level up, let's spend the second half of this year. We're moving into Q3, and I've never been more fired up than I am right now, right? About winning, about going to the next level, about taking others to the next level. It's one thing to get certain places. It's another thing to bring people, and that's my goal now. That's my real mission that I've got some sort of a burning desire with, is how many others can we truly help become millionaires and level up their life. We've helped a lot of people, good like 10, 15 people now walk away from their full-time jobs, get their freedom, but now it's about that next level, and really bringing as many people as possible with us to the top. Because there's one thing for sure I know. We'll either see you at the top or from the top. And we want you to be there with us, because it's never crowded on First Class Street. And I'm trying to bring all the homies up there, man.
Amen, bro.
Who's coming with me, man? Who's coming with me? Stephen B's coming.
Facts.
Let's get it.
Going up.
Let's get it. Josh Berry's coming. Let's go. Johnny Gems is coming.
Hell yeah, you already know. I already got my ticket.
Do one London for YouTube? Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe we will. Okay, how about this? Next week, we're going to do one London session. Yeah, and we're going to do a little dual YouTube plus Clubhouse stream.
Hey.
You guys got to remind me, though, please. All right, we'll see what Goldie wants to do here. The 30-minute candle still has not come down for a bottom wick or anything like that, so we'll see what's going to happen. We're kind of coming up into this area now, which in the past we've pretty much wicked out of here, right? If you look here, wicks, see all these wicks here. So we're coming right into that zone now. So we'll see. You know, I really wanted to see a lower wick on that 30, and we got nothing there. So just hang tight and wait for our move to come.
Yeah, same, bro. I needed that lower wick, man.
Yeah. The 30 was, if you had a lower wick, the 30 was pretty solid, right? Because you didn't really close back above, but it was a decent closure.
Kind of had the 15 celery, sort of.
Yeah. Yep. Kinda. By the way, we got
Right.
I think I've seen that we have some other stuff coming out in the clubhouse now. So we have a couple more videos going into the course. We also have a couple more examples, and these times in the examples that we used, we included the best entries and the best exits, right? Depending on what the candles look like and how they form. So meaning basically, let me just show you like one example, right? So let's say, for instance, everyone kind of understands this for the most part, right? If we're gonna take a buy position, right? So if our current candle looks something like that, we're gonna take the entry on the previous candle, right? But if it looks something like that, we're not gonna use that previous candle anymore. So we're gonna use the current one. So we're gonna show you in which scenarios, in which cases are better to have entries on the previous versus the current, stop losses and whatnot too. So that way you guys have access to all that. And it's just there to help you speed up your learning curve. You know, it's just a study sheet that you can look at. So when you look at your trades and you look and say, hey, what entry do I want? You can look at that, right? And say, okay, well, what is this? Which example does that look like? And then you can, you know, start to use that. And eventually you'll begin to catch on. You know, these are the things that I did. That's why I put them out, because those little methods and techniques helped me, right? So I can really only share with you what has helped me and what I've learned from it. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be extremely helpful. It's a little cheat sheet to use if you're just starting to get the hang of trading this system.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
W addition, man, to the trade setups.
Yep. O'Brien, just hit you have to hit join member or join now. So there's a little button on the side, or you should automatically be in. But if you don't see the clubhouse section in the Discord yet, meaning like this one right here, hold on, let me see. Yeah, like this section right here. If you should see that in your Discord once you register. And if you don't, maybe you missed a little. I think you have to hit join now or member join or something like that. Let's go, Stephen B. Let's get it.
Stephen B, what's good, brother?
He's ready. He said, I'm so ready for Tampa.
Let's go. I'm ready too, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, so we're going to get a closure here on the 15. Let's see what we do. Let's see if we close above or 3, 2, 1. We duck back below. Interesting. Yeah, so I got nothing there. Especially with the 30 not having a lower wick, and today being the 30th day of the month, and today also being Monday. Gonna have to wait. So those are like little conditions. So I'm going to start to bring the conditions, like kind of how I'm feeling about certain days, because I think a lot of you guys want to know, hey, what conditions do you use like to size up or size down? So you see something like that, like what I just said, I'm like, well, there's no wick on the 30, the 15 ducked its head back below, it's Monday, it's the last day of the month, the price action's not that good, there's wick rejections to the left. So those are all conditions that really are not in our favor, right? So can price still move up? Of course. So if we get a breakout and a lower wick, we'll be taking that trade. But those are the conditions to understand and to know about that. Today may not be the cleanest, or at least in this moment of today and where we currently are on price may not be the cleanest, right? So someone asked me on a Q&A thing, say, yo, how do you get good trades? Like how do you find good trades all the time? I don't find good trades. Good trades find me, right? And the good trades only find you when you're patient. Otherwise, they don't find you because, you're too busy out there looking for other ones. So let good trades come to you, man. The best trades, the winning trades, they typically come straight to us, right? We don't have to scratch our head too much and think, is that good? Is that not good? Should we do it? Should we do it? No, it's very, hey, there's our opportunity. Time to execute. So let the opportunities be so obvious to you as a trader. Don't get like swindled, if that makes sense, right? Into getting into positions that are not yours. We will do a meetup in London for sure. That's on the 2026 schedule. Definitely. I'll probably come around your springtime. Maybe what, April next year, May. Maybe I'll do my B-Day in London.
Ooh, that'll be fun, bro.
And we'll do a cool event.
I know we got a lot of people in London.
I know we're definitely hitting Dubai. So anyone in Dubai, me and Raja, we're gonna organize some sort of a meetup, link up out there. So that should be absolutely epic. And that's on the map too. And yeah, that's pretty much, those are the two big ones for right now. Dubai next year and London.
Let's get it.
Oh, let's go, Carlos. Excited to see you. Yes, your daughter can come as well. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. My daughter will be there. I'm not sure how old your daughter is, but my daughter will be there. She's 4 years old, or 4. So little Maverick's going to be 3 on Monday. So a week from today, Maverick turns 3. Already riding around in supercars. Not sure if any of you guys see my story, but pretty cool, right? Pretty cool for Maverick. Awesome, brother. Look forward to it. Look forward to seeing y'all all around the world. If we close above on the 15, would you still be open for buys if the 30-minute had no bottom wick? Yeah, I would have. Like something like this would make the trade a little bit better for me. So like maybe if it wicked down, ran the little pack runner idea there, and then popped, right? That would be a lot better. That would also give that very, very important 30-minute candle we got here a lower wick, especially when that candle currently, if I put a line there, check this out. So if I put a line right where price currently is, let me use this one. Boom. Like, it's not to say that we will reject. It's just to say that we have rejected, right? So look, boom, 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 right? So I'm not saying that we're going to. I'm just saying that we have in the past. Therefore, I wouldn't want to bet my money on the fact that we're going to move up here without this lower wick, right? It could move up, but I'm not in the betting mood in this area. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? This does not make for a good trade according to our system. Now, look, someone else's system is alerting them, enter, enter, enter. They're following some sort of, moving average, or they got RSI. They've done the work, right, in some sort of other area to understand where price may go, right? So that's not to say that price won't move up here, or whatever you're seeing is wrong. It's just to say, hey, according to my system and the way I view and take money from the markets, this is not that good of a play, right? And you got to be able to say that too, about your trading. You got to be like, you know what, this probably isn't the best play here to take, right? By the way, someone else's RSI is coming here now. You know what I mean? So it's just, whatever way you have studied, whatever way you understand the movement of the market is the way you have to trade. So that's why we always say there's no right or wrong. It's just follow your freaking system. That's the right or wrong is, are you following your plan or are you not? It's not, is that trade going to work? Is that trade not going to work? It's, are you working, right? Do you follow a plan day in and day out and put in that work?
Right. Yep. And we're looking at it in terms of probabilities, like what's going to happen more times than not, right? We know more times than not that lower wick's going to happen, right? So we can, obviously at the end of the day, anything can happen, but we can only go based on probabilities. So
yeah,
got to stick to what happens most of the time, not just sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure someone got the fib out right now. Where's the fib? Where's the fib?
I mean, like, damn, you know, wanted to be a part of it, but system said no.
Look at
Gotta
that,
be disciplined.
61.8. I mean, that's someone's fib right there. So that's someone's move,
There you
right?
go.
But it's not our move. You know, someone else entered right along here somewhere. Just found a little spot in there, maybe on a lower time frame. Like, that's what intraday traders, they don't really mind what candle they get on, right? They're just trying to get in somewhere on that level. So, yeah, there's so many ways to do this. But you don't get anywhere unless you just pick one of them. What's that? What up, Kill Shot? How we feeling?
Kill shot.
How we feeling? I mean, it made total sense, right? We understood the move up for sure here, right? Right at the support. That's why we're looking for buys. But yeah, if it don't line up, then there's nothing we could do. How do I join the clubhouse? Just join. Just go to the clubhouse, pick a package, join up, level up, get a good notebook, go through the webinars, go through the course, and let's dial it in. Make the rest of this year the best of this year. We're halfway through. We're moving into Q3 now.
Sir. Yeah, PF Trader, bro. What a great book, right? Trade in the Zone. Yeah, man. I listened to the audiobook a couple times, bro. And what do we need? What did we learn most from that, right? Like, we need to be in the zone. Mentally, we need to trade in the zone. Mentally, we need to get in that zone, and that zone is straight up execution, right? Execution is our edge. You, instead of coming to the charts to look to make money, or to be green or red, we're here to just be disciplined to executing on our edge. That's it, right? That was the biggest takeaway I took from that book. And let's all be in the zone as traders by simply looking to just execute our system every single day. That's how we're going to be mentally in the zone and trading in the zone.
Yep. Have I read The Disciplined Trader? I have not. I've lived it. So I never read that one. But I've definitely understood, you know, the idea behind it.
It's great to live both stories, bro.
Yeah.
Being an undisciplined trader and a disciplined trader. I think we all know which one we much rather be.
Yep. The issue is, if you take this today, you'll take it tomorrow, right? And tomorrow, this probably won't work the best. And the following day, right? So if you take it 10 times, I'd like to see the result, right? So someone take this trade here 10 times in a row, and then let me know if it's profitable. If it is, then we can talk. But I've done it, and 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 times, this is not going to work. So we have to make our decisions based on that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Light Scare? How you feeling, man? Chart colors? Chart colors. Let me show you guys. There you go. Lovely. Yeah, 1 hour moving back up here. So let's take a look at the 4 hour now. See the 4 hour now coming back up after breaking the lows. So by the way, there's plenty of room for price to move up here today. Plenty of room.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got a 1 hour support here too. That looks super clean, right? A little pullback or something. Next candles rip up as well.
Yeah.
Crazy B, how we feeling? What's up, Ronnie? TK's in the house. What up, TK? How you doing?
TK. What up, TK?
What advice you got today, Nick? What up, Jaguar? I would say always look at life with the glass half full. All right, some of y'all are looking at your situation in a negative light right now. You got to change that. You got to shift it, right? Your thoughts, all that stuff is going to equal your life. You know, I think that might be the biggest thing I ever learned in life, is the fact that your inner world is or your outer world, I should say, is a reflection of your inner world. And you got to perceive things properly in life in order to get to the next levels. It's almost like unlocking something, like in a video game. If you can't perceive things properly in life, you don't unlock those next levels, right? Because you're too busy crying like a little baby and making excuses and stuff like that. So you really gotta, you know, switch your thoughts, level up in your mind, and then, you know, that will reflect into your reality. And look at life with the glass half full. You know, have a positive perspective on everything you do in life. And obviously, look, gang, the first time, like when you're in a situation, the first thought that's coming to you is negative. By the way, that still happens to me, right? The first thought that comes to me is usually negative. But because I've worked so hard on the reprogramming of the mind, it can instantly be replaced by a positive thought, right? So that's what you have to work on doing. That's probably my best advice for today.
Facts, bro. Always remember, chat, your perceived reality is more real than reality itself. So the way you're looking at life, is more real than what life actually is, you know, in general. So always keep that in mind. And if you were to ask me, like, why should I think positively over negatively, or why should I believe I can versus I can't? Well, believing you can is more profitable than believing you can't. You're going to prosper more in life. You know, better things are going to happen to you more in life, just simply choosing to go the positive route. You know, that's why I think it makes more sense to go that route. Only more good can come from it than bad.
Yeah. I mean, here's a prime example. So I was I think I shared this on my story Friday or Saturday night, but this week, so on Saturday, right, we talked about the wins and what everyone's wins were looking like for the week and any accomplishments. And my win, you know what my win was? My win was I celebrated my very first red week of the year last week. And you may say, what? What? How's that a win? How's that a celebration? How's that a victory? I would be like, yo, my winning streak is over. But can you perceive things with the glass half full, right? Because that thought didn't even cross my mind. I just celebrated the fact that, hey, I've gone all 2025 without having one red week until last week. Did I have red days? Yeah. Did I have losing trades? Of course. But I have not had one red week the entire year. And the old me, the Nick who was, you know, learning how to trade in that basement and blowing account after account on my forex funds after my forex funds accounts and trying to learn this game, man, it would, like, here's my biggest flex. The old me looks up to the current me. The old me looks up to the current me. This was the me that I wanted to design. This was the trader that I wanted to become. And I understood that. And that's what really drove me to put in the work, to do what was required, right? To do what was necessary to understand the markets from this point of view. So where most people are like, yo, damn, that was the first red week. My winning streak is up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm over here like, yo, pop some champagne, baby. We just had our first red week all freaking year. And that is pretty impressive compared to where I used to be, where it was like I was just hoping for a green week, right? How many of y'all just hoping for a green week one of these weeks? Right? I've been there. I was there. So having a red week like this, honestly, makes me emotional. It really gets me fired up and thankful that I just stayed steady, right? That I just kept on keeping on, right? Even when the going got tough, I just kept going, right? And I just kept studying. I kept doing the work, and now the rewards of that is coming. So, amazing week last week. Just, I think one big loss really hit me, which was this one right here. And it was a good trade. When I went back and, examined it and looked at it, I mean, there was nothing. Where'd the trade go? I think I got it over here. Let me show you guys this trade. It was pretty clean. It was a pretty clean move. I don't think I would have really done much different. But that was probably the one bigger trade, the bigger loss that kind of hit me there. Where is it? Damn, where'd it go? John, do you have the trade? That one that we took, it was a closure below on the 30. I don't know why it's not here. I just showed you guys on the webinar.
Yeah, where didn't you just show us?
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
Was it the sell in Asian? I don't know if I have.
Yeah, it was an Asian. So it was right after we took the win. So we took a win in Asian, and then we took a loss. No, it's got to be here. I just pulled it up on Saturday.
Yeah, you definitely have it. Anyone in chat? You guys have it? Anyone in chat?
Yeah, it was a simple breakout. Yeah, it was a simple breakout. I was three lots or 3 contracts deep in that trade. So times 3 accounts, right? So 9 contracts deep. So that was the bigger loss. Otherwise, if I didn't take that L, I would have been basically, positive three grand that week, or 2,400. So yeah, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I think like a Trump tweet came out too, like right in the middle of that trade as well.
Yeah, that was wild.
Remember we had like a quick spike up to like the stop loss.
I remember, yeah, I remember. Yeah. And then price just came right back down to break even after a huge spike up. And then I think the very next day we had the same issue go down in pre-New York. Beautiful selling position, crazy spike up, straight back down.
Right, yep.
So yeah, man. So that so that was basically my first red week of the year. Yeah. All right, let's see. We got a 30-minute closure here. Let's see. 15. Let's see how much room we got here. You got a 19 pip wick fill, 20 pip. Yeah, at this point, I'd rather wait on the 1 hour. So as long as the 1 hour could do something like this and close above the range here, then we got motion here to move up, right? That 4 hour candle should start to break the highs at that point. But right now, it would be best if this 1 hour candle can finish up, something like this, right? Where it closes strong bullish, leaves us a wick, and then you got 9 a.m. and all that coming in, where you're going to have a lot more volume here. So this would be perfect, right? If we can get this 1 hour support, next thing you know, we get a lower wick, and then we should be good to fill those wicks, break the 4 hour highs, and then continue moving up at that point. Yeah, that's going to be my plan. Yeah, we got a little fake out going on here too, which will add some confirmation to this. So just 15 minutes ago, what was once a crappy area to be in, now if this 1 hour candle closes, that changes things up, right? Because now you're looking at a very clean trend starting to form, right, for price to continue moving up, especially on that 4 hour. Plus you have that exhaustion wick to the downside from here, right? So right now we could be breaking, retesting, creating support to continue moving up. You have volume now, yeah, but the bulk of it has already pushed through, right? So the bulk of the volume just left right here, 99 pips, 100 pips, and filled that range. So I would not want to probably get in on this one here. We're right at resistance. We already moved up. We've got no lower wick. That was the NY open volume right there. So if you were in that was the trade. I'd be out of this trade now, right? If I was in from over here, I'd be getting out here. So the volume surely is here, but there wasn't an opportunity for us to take advantage of it. So at this point, the best move, in my opinion, just my opinion, is that this 1 hour candle closes strong bullish. We fill the wick and we continue moving up on the 4 hour. See, we're almost going to break the highs here. So you wait for that closure, right? And then all of a sudden, the 4 hours flipping bullish, about ready to get going.
Yeah, man. 1 hour is the cleanest.
It hasn't really broke its high yet, right? So that's when the real volume should start to come in. Because it's one thing to just have volume, right? But if you're at resistance, or if you don't have the playbook position, like I can't really do anything with just volume. You know what I mean? Especially when the target has been tapped already. So it's got to be a few things, right, in combination. Volume, good ranges, playbook positions, higher time frame directions, that type of stuff. Where most of that lines up here, it's just the fact that we didn't really get the playbook. I have not taken any trades this morning. Nope. Nope, I just got here. Once I got here with you guys, that was me kind of just pulling up. Yeah, so Mike, yeah, that's something that you could look into sample sizing. I would say sample size it, get 50 trades in like that. Don't take the trade, just watch it. So if a candle closes, or let's say it has no wick, the only issue is there, you don't know where it's fallen from, right? To create that wick. So you can't really just take a sell, because that doesn't really make much sense, right? So price goes up without a wick. It's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to just randomly take a sell somewhere for that wick to be formed, unless there was like a resistance on a lower time frame or something like that that you can use to your advantage. So we do that, right? We do look to target these lower wicks, but we have to have these like the lower time frames set up for us, right? So how many of you guys have been in trades with us where we're like, okay, cool, like if price closes below here and we get resistance, then as the volume comes in here, we could shoot to create the bottom wick for this candle here. How many of you guys have taken that trade with us? And what do you know, right? Price comes down, boom, right there, and just right off of that. So we do, tackle that idea, but we don't do it where it's just, randomly sell it anywhere to, hope that it kind of comes down, if that makes sense. How did I stay disciplined? I've learned from Raja too. So you don't learn it from someone else. Discipline develops internally. So it's all about why are you doing this, and that's why last week I encouraged everyone to really think about why they wanted to be a trader, why they wanted to do this with their life, and really get that crystallized and understood, because otherwise you won't be disciplined. The GT3 RS, that's not going to get you to be disciplined, right? The Rolex, that's not going to get you to be disciplined. The Mercedes, not going to get you to be disciplined, right? What's really going to get you to be disciplined is something you could think about and almost brings tears to your eyes, like your daughter's face or your wife's face, and the fact that she's working and being bossed around by some other guy right now, or the fact that your children are somewhere where you don't want them to be, maybe learning things that you don't want them to learn. Those are the things, the deep things that resonate you, or what is going to take and what you're going to have to tap into to become disciplined. Discipline requires a lot of effort, and if the reasoning isn't strong enough, you'll never do the work to be disciplined. So you got to know why. You got to know why you're doing this. And even then, you may not be disciplined. But I know one thing for sure, if you don't even know why, then you definitely won't be disciplined.
Yep. And your why is going to give you internal motivation. So like some people need to be motivated, right? Because they don't feel motivated. So they feel like they need to get motivated from like a video or something like that. And that's only temporary, right? Motivation's only temporary outside of you, but when you bring it within you from your why, now it's internal motivation, right? So now you can have it all the time. Mm-hmm. Now you can always be motivated because you know your why, right? And that's pushing you to be great.
Exactly. So that's what I would say there, is really understand why you want to do something like this, or why, what's your purpose. One thing I would ask you guys, if there's any job in the world that you can do, let's say every single job, every occupation, every skill set, if they all paid the same, what would you really do? All right, something probably came to your mind, right? So the idea now is for me, it was always buy enough of my life back, right? Make enough income through multiple streams of income, through multiple avenues, through businesses that I can build and create, and allow that to fund the lifestyle of my dreams, right? So that's the point of, really tapping into your purpose and what it is that you're called to do. Trading may not be your purpose. Trading is not my purpose. I'll tell you that right now. My purpose is to speak life into the hearts and minds of people all across the world. That's what I've been called to do. If there was any job that I could do and they all paid the same, and let's say if there was anything I do for free, it would be this. It would be basically everything that has helped me change my life. I want to pour into other people's lives. That's why we come up here and do this for free. You know, and we've been doing that for many years because, you know, this isn't a job. We're called to do this. Like, I feel called to come in and share what has changed my life. So trading may not be your vehicle. You might be an artist, you might be a singer, you might be a dancer, you might be a writer, you might be whatever, right? You fill in the blank, and trading is just a vehicle to allow you to fund that lifestyle. That's all it is, right? It's just a vehicle to get from A to B. That's the way I see it. I am not, you know, my identity isn't in trading, right? My identity is in servanthood and serving. Trading is just a vehicle that I use to build up capital to fund that type of lifestyle and be able to go around and impact people and give to others and whatnot. So really think about why it is you're doing this, what your purpose may be, and you know, how trading could fund that, right? And you know, kind of get you closer to that.
Exactly, though. That why is what makes you passionate about trading. Like, you don't have to be you're not passionate about trading. Your why is what makes you passionate about trading, you know, and being obsessed with it, you know, and stuff like that. So hell yeah, bro, that's your driver right there. Your why. You need that. That's definitely necessary.
Yep. You barely hear John? Yeah, it makes sense. Look where he is. TK, get him a new mic.
That y'all can't hear me? Nick, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. You know, it's a little, obviously a little fuzzy, but it's not bad.
Right. Probably because I have my AirPods in. Yeah.
All right, baby, we're cooking. 4 hours starting to come back up. This is lovely. As long as this 4 hours remains above here, everything should be good to continue ripping. Look at all that room you got here.
Yeah. It's clean, bro.
It's coming. We grabbed the pack there too.
As long as it sounds good, man. I'd rather be low. I want my volume to be low. I don't like when I'm higher than Nick. I don't ever like that. So that's all good.
Got in it for the money, ended becoming a better human being. I love that, brother. I love that. And yeah, me too. You know what I mean? I've seen Q Banks. I've seen the big dogs. I've seen them in the supercars. I mean, I've always been attracted to that type of stuff. You know, even as a young kid, I've always liked the better things, liked the finer things. So that kind of got me in the door, but it couldn't get me disciplined, right? So that's where I had to dig a little deeper. And now you see me, like, I took care of a lot of purposeful things on the front end over the last couple years, over the last 5 years. And now I'm starting to be able to enjoy some of the things on the back end, right? Which is, you know, hey, I remember seeing these type of things when I got into trading, and now I could eventually, you know, enjoy them or whatever. So yeah, dig deep, find out what it is that really gets you emotional. It's called a burning desire. Lock in on that, and then just use trading as a vehicle. You know, a lot of you guys want to be these great traders. You know, I really don't. I just want to follow a system that gets me profitable enough to, over the next 5 to 6 years, I can look back and call myself an 8-figure trader, you know, because I have the skill, I have the capital, and I'm doing it. So that's kind of like the idea. What up, Green? John's in Greece. John's in Santorini. He ain't in Santorini. He's in Santorini. What do you think, Green?
Greenery. What up, my man? Green, I'll see you in a couple days, bro. Let's get it.
Don't get me wrong. I love trading too. I love this. I'm actually like a bit obsessed with the markets and stuff, but I'm not, you know, it's not my identity.
Nah, bro. We trade to live. We don't live to trade.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Yes, sir.
Do I consider this strategy scalping? I do. Because if we look down, like, I wouldn't say I'm a hyper scalper or anything like that, but if we look like right here, you can see that my average trade, I would say, is roughly about like before 15 minutes. You see that? Like, the bulk of my trades are closed right around or before like that 15-minute mark, you see? So very rarely am I holding trades after 20 minutes, and most of these are typically runners. Sometimes we get caught up in a trade where it's like we get stuck at break even, or maybe even stuck in drawdown, or just stuck in profit, right? Where price just doesn't get to where we want it to be that fast. So we got to wait those ones out, obviously. But other than that, I mean, we're pretty much in and out within, I mean, look at the bulk of my trades right here. I would say are probably between, yeah, look at that. That's 2 minutes and 5 and 15 minutes. So yeah, I would definitely say we're scalpers. Let me see something in reports real quick. Yeah. Yeah, average hold time 13 minutes. 13 minutes.
Yeah, scalping.
Yeah.
Scalping these markets.
Yep. Average win-loss is pretty good though. Not gonna lie, 1.5. So I know like my individual trades don't resemble almost 2R, but my end results do, and that's really all I care about. That's the main thing I pay attention to. Otherwise, I got to switch things up on all these trades and do things differently. So I just pay attention mainly to you know, the actual conditions and like probability of that given trade. All right, so 1 hour closure coming up in like 12 minutes here. Let's just sit on that, and then we'll see. The 4 hours looking pretty good with, what, an hour 12 left on it. So we'll see. You know, we'll see how we do on this 1 hour closure. Is this net profit included evals only? So unfortunately, the first 2 months of the year, I did have some evals in there. So that kind of screwed up like the actual numbers, but everything after February was all like live accounts. Yeah, so March, April, May, and June, those are all, I didn't put any evals on these months here. So it was really just January was the big one, which is where it was just kind of eval accounts. Yeah. So basically from February, I would say on, is where they were all live accounts, all like pay. Like I took a bunch of payouts in here, payouts with Top Step in April, payouts with Top Step in May, payout with Top One. I think it was late May or early June, and then now I'm kind of looking to secure another payout here. And I also do my other account that I've been using, my live account, is up. It was up about almost 9 grand, but now it's up about 6,200 because I did take a couple losses last week. So so still rocking and rolling there, but we're moving along here. You know, we're trading well. The conditions have been a bit choppy here over the last, you know, in quarter 2, I would say. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but I think the conditions were a bit choppy in Q2. But, you know, we're setting into quarter 3 now, and, you know, in a week, right, next week or something. And, yeah, we'll see what that brings us. Let's see. Yeah, that's true, man. Better humans. That's what we're trying to produce here. Better humans. Because we know better humans get rich by default. And they impact people's lives by default. And they win at the highest levels by default. And they're a good example by default, right? So if we just create the better human, we know we got a better leader, which we know we got something that can change the world. Or should I say, affect it positively. Are we concerned about price coming down to create a bottom wick on the 1 hour, either now or the next candle? Yeah, I wouldn't say in this candle, but I mean, if we can pull back, it would be nice to get a little lower wick. But if we end up closing anywhere above like 95 or something, then you may not get that lower wick. Yeah, because if we close above here, I think that's 95 there. Yeah, so you may not get that lower wick, but we'll see. We'll see. You got resistance here, so I would expect a lower wick. And the way I would expect that to happen is if we have a new 1 hour candle, right? Let's say we don't close above here, but we close strong bullish on the 1 hour. You may get a little drop down like that. Maybe we can get that lower wick, right? But that could be like 9:15, right? And then like 9:15 to 9:30, maybe close up something like this where you do get that lower wick. And then if that's the case, we'll have buy stops right here. Just like the last like 2 or 3 wins that we took. That was the exact model, right? 9:30 pops up, close partials here, see if we can get, you know, gold to run up today. Yeah, or what you
Sounds
could
like a
do,
plan.
yeah, or you could just wait for a closure, right? A new closure above, and then with the 4-hour break in the highs, 1 hour break in the highs, 15 or 30-minute candles closing above, that's where you should get a pop. So those will probably be the better setups of the day, and the most profitable ones. So let's see if we can get a little pullback on the last 15 of the 1 hour to pull back a little bit, and then kind of form that market structure. We should be lit.
Yes, sir, bro. I'm glad we're thinking alike here, bro.
We're thinking alike.
That's the game plan. Those are the setups we're committed to here today, chat.
Yeah.
It's either there or it isn't.
It's either there or it ain't.
Oh.
I have not uploaded May or April or Mapril or any of that, man. I'll be honest, I've been so busy with other stuff, running Clubhouse stuff, life. Got a lot of things, lot of moving parts. So I actually haven't uploaded monthly reviews. Maybe I'll do I think what I'll do is I'll do a big Q2 review. How about that? Because I do want to put out something, right, to cover some of these months. But yeah, it might be like a Q2 type of deal, so that way we can get it all in. Yeah, I want to make sure I get those out to you guys.
That's fire too, bro. That may just be better, honestly. A quarterly review. I like that.
Yeah. Little quarterly review, yeah, because I don't want to bore you guys every single month, right, with the same stuff too. And plus, I was doing a lot of work for the Clubhouse and some other companies I'm building, so I've been a little busy. I've been a little busy. But yeah,
all right,
oh yeah.
All right, chat. Let's take a look here. Oh, we got a breakout. Cool. Let's take a look at the next one. Oh, breakout.
Hey,
Awesome.
by the way,
breakout.
don't forget I live stream three times a day pretty much. Also, so it's not like I'm being lazy and not working, right? I think the only people who really know like how much work gets put in is probably those that are in the Clubhouse, because they see me. Like they see me in this session, Asian session in London, and they see the course and the webinars and what goes into it all. So it's a lot of stuff going on, and I love doing it. I'm again very happy to do everything. It's just sometimes you can't cover it all in 1 or 2 months. So I promise y'all I get you with a Q2 review or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we always working, man. Grind
Trust
legit
me.
never stops. Fact.
We're always thinking how we can better your lives. I promise you that. That's one thing you got with us. The mind is always spinning. So I'm trying my best, and we'll keep working towards greatness.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are going to do a bit of a webinar too. So I got you guys with that as well. And maybe in that webinar, we can talk about May, June, July, the months, the trades. Maybe we'll tie that into the webinar. Yeah, it'll be like a 3-hour webinar. So maybe an hour of that we can pour into a big trade review, and that'll obviously stay up on YouTube. So that way you guys can go back and, review it.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that. That's a good idea.
Boom, done.
Probably
Court
take
adjourned.
honestly,
Doom.
yeah.
TK, can you please jot that down for me, sir?
TK, write it
Please.
down, brother.
TK's already got it.
He's
already writing everything.
Yeah, bro. Yo, this weekend's webinar was money too, chat. Yo, Clubhouse, how fire was the webinar this weekend? So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fire. Facts.
By the way, I've been working on a lot of vlog stuff. So I got a lot of content coming to you guys. I'm linking up with my friend, and we're going to put it all together. So I've actually got a lot of footage just backed up, even from before I got the bends. Like I got a whole bunch of stuff that's going to come out. I think you guys are interested in a little bit more than just seeing me here. So I got a lot more to offer in life. I do a lot more than just this trading thing, and I'm going to start vlogging and getting those videos out to you maybe like once a week or something, where we just have a cool day in the life, or show you guys my schedule or what I do, and yeah, with the behind the scenes of TTE and all that good stuff.
Hey, bro, that stuff's better, honestly. The technicals can get boring and stuff, but like your life and stuff is when it's entertaining and interesting. Like that stuff's way better to watch, honestly.
Yeah. Any reason that you don't learn to trade higher RR strategies, even though this one works well? Not really. Not really.
Yeah, something that's working for him now. Why switch up?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So no reason. Just doing pretty well with this, and I like as C Melly. He, we just really started becoming friends over the last 2 years or so. But like, he's starting to get to know me now, and like, when we go out to restaurants, like typically I get the same thing every time, right? C Melly, like John, like I'm a very simplistic guy, and if it works, then it works, right? So I don't really switch it up too much. If something's worked, then if something works, then I just kind of just work it.
There. See Melly, what up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Clip it, TK. Clip it.
That's it. Yo, Clubhouse, anyone have any fire takeaways from the webinar this weekend? Let me know in the chat if you got any. Any good notes you took it down? Like, put them in the chat. I want to hear it. What's good, Sim Z? What up, brother? See Melly, bro. I'll see you this week. Get it.
All right, so 1 hour's closing here. So we did pull back a little bit, which is nice. Good stuff. All we need is support now on the 15.
Yeah, man. I'll bet you on that.
I have been. I've been trying a couple new items on the menu. Yeah. What did we try last time? Was it octopus or something like that? It was pretty good.
You tried new.
Oh, nah. Oh. He had me try something at a Burn Steakhouse. Nah, never again, bro. I ain't never eating that ever again. But it was
What happened,
what was it called again?
bro?
Steak tartare, some millionaire stupid thing. Would you like the steak tartare? Like, nah, bro, give me chicken fingers and fries, bro. Get out of here. Y'all ain't got no chicken fingers? They were like, well, this is the best Wagyu uncooked steak. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, man, give me a cheeseburger.
Sounds like tartar sauce, bro.
It was absolutely just chalked, bro. Chalked.
Can't ever go wrong with a cheeseburger. I mean,
they said, sir, we don't serve cheeseburgers at this restaurant.
last time I went to a steakhouse and I asked for a cheeseburger, they said, bro, what are you, 5?
I said, all right, get that out of here. Bring the 34-ounce porter steak right now. Get it over here immediately. I need to get this taste out of my mouth. Elite emails went out. Okay, awesome. So if you guys are an elite member, or if you're an elite member from the past and you RSVP'd for the private elite dinner this weekend on Friday, July 4th, the emails have gone out. So check. There's going to be 2 emails that come out to you. The first email is out. I'm going to need you to respond to that email. Please, if you're still coming, make sure that you respond to the email, and then we're going to send you a following email with all the information that you need to meet us there on Friday night of the 4th. Calamari. Yeah, I wish they had some calamari over there. I would have had that. What is the Pro account from Top One? How's it different from other accounts? So is there anyone got that picture I could pop up real quick? Yeah, so that way I don't have to explain much of it. I'll give you all the whole comparison. Yeah, I'll give you the whole comparison. Just give us a second. We'll get it up for you. What up, Moonchild? How are you? How are you? Yo, I knew I loved trading when I was losing money for 3 years, but still showed up every day. Facts, bro. 100%. 100%.
That's real right there, honestly.
Facts. All right. Amazing. So we did close up on the 1 hour. We did pull back on the 1 hour. So we drew something up here on the 15. Let's see if we can get it to go, right? So if we can get a bit of a fake out here now, right, this will probably make sense for that to be the 1 hour lower wick and then us to start moving up on the 1 hour chart now, right, for the bigger move. Keep in mind the 4 hour flipped, but notice how it's coming back down. So that's why I only use the higher time frame for direction, not for entries, right? Because if you would have used that 4 hour break of the high for an entry, you would currently be sitting 78 pips in drawdown right now. So that's why I never base my entries off of the higher time frame. It's just direction, right? The lower time frames are what's going to guide me here, so to get in. So what we have to do is we need to wait, and if this candle can break the low, which it already did, close back above, then that right there is going to be an A+ trade for me to take advantage of, for price to come back up into the highs and then eventually keep moving right after re-breaking that 4-hour high again. Let's see. Did we ever get that pick? I don't know. DeMichael, what's poppin'? I see Nick more than my girl. Yeah. That's funny because I was talking to Raja yesterday. Just mind blowing, right? Phone rings. It's Raja. Crazy, right? So we talk, but I was talking with his brother for a few minutes, and then Raja gets on the line, and they thought that I didn't understand the voice change, right? They sound very similar. They look pretty similar too, but he said, "Yo, bro, it's Raja talking right now." I said, "Bro, I know that. Like, I've spent more time with you than you even know, dude. I know immediately when the voice changed." He's like, "Oh my God." It's like, yeah, sometimes that's how it is. You know, you spend more time with your mentor, with your coach, than you do with your loved ones. But eventually, what you learn from your mentor and your coach, but by spending all that time with them, frees up your whole life to be able to hang out and spend with your loved ones, you know? So, yeah, it's awesome. So, yeah, there you go. I would take a picture of that, and this is all the differences. This is the, you know, comparison. I said, hold on, honey. I gotta take this call real quick.
It's at 1 minute, honey. That's fire right there, bro.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. When Raja calls, I pick up. That's for sure.
How'd it feel? It felt like you just had to pick up? Like,
No, it's like, Raja's calling, me answer.
yeah, word. There you go.
It's got to be something important. This explanation was great. Yes. Yeah, we went over all of this in the... Yes, exactly. So this should all make sense. Remember, I told you as we began yesterday's Saturday's webinar that your aha moments aren't really going to come on this webinar, right? The aha moments are going to start coming today, right? Tomorrow, the next day, the next week. When you start to see a lot of those things begin to play out, that's where, you know, everything starts to click and make sense here. So according to all the higher time frames, if we get a 15-minute support here, we can go ahead and take these buys. The 1 hour is already bullish. The 4 hours trying to get back up to flip. The 30 minutes potentially moving up too after breaking the low, and the 15 close above, right? The only issue right now is the 30-minute, right? The 30-minute candle is closed very strong bearish with a rejection to the top side, and we can easily be making this top wick to rip right back down there. So that's the risk you run trying to get into like a little bit of an impulse. I'd rather wait for the closure and take a loss like that versus impulsively trying to do this and taking that loss there. So I'm going to wait for this 15 closure, and if that looks good, then the entries are going to come follow behind it. Yeah, but I think the 1 hour alone looks really good right now. All right, just that 1 hour, so you could potentially get that wick fill. I just want to add extra confirmation with that 15-minute close, and then that's going to be my green light.
Set up nicely, bro.
Yeah. Hey, give me 1 sec. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, all right?
All right, bet.
That's the money calling. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Plan the trade, trade the plan, y'all. That's all we're doing here. Every single day. Yeah, chat fire, man. I love... There's some really good stuff, some really good takeaways here from the meetup. Nice, I really like it. Really good notes here. Yeah, great notes here again. What's up, y'all seen? Good fam. Doing good, man. Yeah, blessed and highly favored. Grateful to be here. Grateful for another day in paradise. Ready to hunt playbook setups in the markets. Just can't get much better than that, bro. How you doing, man? And chat, how's the rest of y'all doing? How's everyone's Monday mornings going here? Yes, sir, OGH. That's the money calling, bro. Yup. I think we should call the onion play the money play. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. Damn, I sound weird. My mic is sounding bad. Damn, well, bear with me here, chat. Bear with me. As long as you can hear me, as long as you understand what I'm saying, then we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start yelling here, TK. I'm stuck in the matrix. Well, we're all stuck in the matrix. That's why we're here, learn how to glitch it. Damn. I'm sounding like Mickey Mouse right now. Oh, snap. Maybe I shouldn't talk then. Maybe I shouldn't talk. Maybe I should just take the shirt off and go jump in the ocean right now, honestly.
What's the view looking like, Johnny Gems? Anything good?
Hey, bro, the beach is right behind me.
Oh, it's behind you?
Yeah. You see my story?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I posted some stuff on there.
I'll take a look.
Yeah.
AB Mike.
Maybe.
How's the resort?
Dude, it's so beautiful, man.
It's nice.
Yeah, man. Yup. The hotels we're staying at are beautiful. The pool we're staying at are beautiful. There's a lot of good restaurants down here too. No, the beach is right
Solid.
behind me, so I can just walk to the beach. So yeah, it's awesome.
Dope.
I need to tell Rafi where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah, Rafi finally. He's at the
Yeah.
beach.
I'm here, bro. Seriously.
How much total capital am I trading with? 150, 250, 350 here, and then about $36,000 of live capital over here. So yeah. I need help on how to trade better. I have actual lost 2,000 just trading. I would just go to my YouTube channel and watch the Playbook 2.0 video, and then just stick to that. Yeah, so I would come over here. I go to my YouTube. I go to videos, and I'd come down to the Playbook 2.0 right here. This one right here will get you right. Just do exactly what it says. There you go. I got y'all. Boom. Almost 30,000 views on this video. Just do what this video says right here. Go watch the Playbook 1 video also, and just, you know, just run the play. Don't try to be Superman, you know, just run the play.
Literally just run the play. That's all I try to focus on too every single day. Just show up and execute the edge. That's it.
I could be Superman here every day and scalp these little positions and make you guys think, oh my God, this guy's so great. He takes all these trades, but that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to make money, right? I'm here to, you know, take one good trade, two good trades, and just follow the system that has worked.
Yeah.
You know, I can make this so entertaining. John, do I not know how to get gritty, go down to the lower time frames and just rip profits, you know, from time to time? I do, but it's risky. It's not duplicatable. It takes a lot of experience to do that, right? So I want to teach you guys like a professional way to go about this trading thing. So that way you get results that last.
Yeah, man. You really got to look at it too. Like, it's honestly just like any other skill set, any other job kind of out there, any other profession. Like, any job you guys have, you go there to do a work, right? A job. Like here, there's a job to do as well. Like it's the job is to follow your system, follow your plan, right? If you were a waiter waiting tables, your job is to serve each people at each table. All right, here, no different, right? Our job is to focus on executing our edge and following that, and then we get paid for doing that job, right? Just like any other job out there, you get paid to do your job. Well, you got to get paid. If you want to get paid here, you got to do your job, right? Which is following your system.
Yeah. Where do you find good copy traders? I use the one that top one has built in here. I don't copy trade on my live account. I just trade that one just like singly. So I don't, or is that even a word? Singly. I don't really copy this one. So I just trade this one on my own, and then my funded stuff, I just copy that one. Yeah, so I would use the one that top one has. So if you go to top1futures.com, you get accounts with them, and then yeah, just use their copier. The TT code is going to be 55% off. I think today's the last day. So then it's going to go to 30%. But I've got word that they're going to pump it up again on July 4th weekend. So just to give you guys the inside information that you're not supposed to hear, I got y'all. You know, I always come through with the info for you guys. I never hold back. TT finds out first. Yeah, so it's going to go from the 55 is going to leave today at the end of like midnight, and then it'll go 30, and then I think towards the end of the week it comes back to something bigger. With the 15-minute closing below and the 1 hour with no wick potential target, is there a reason why you're not looking for the sells? Yeah, I might be interested here because the 30 closed bearish, right? 15-minute close bearish. The 4 hour, you know, is really the only thing that kind of can reverse at any point. The daily time frame is technically bearish here as well. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, you got a closure coming up in about 1 minute. 15 closure in 1 minute, 30 closure in 16 minutes. Would be amazing if the 15 closed with no wick. So closure below with no wick or something, and then the next candle closes above, and then the following candle leads us right into 930.
That would be great.
Have I ever tried using the 5 minute, and do I recommend it? No, honestly I really don't. I don't mean to sound like don't go on the 5 minute, but just for my experience, the money, like, so when I was learning how to trade, the most amount of money I lost in that time frame was on the 5 minute, trying to do something. Yeah. So I have a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth with using the 5 minute. I like to check it. I like to look at it from time to time, but I don't really like to use it for analysis or entries. I've vowed to never. I looked at we used to trade me and a couple of my friends, and I sent the message out, and I was like, boys, I am never using the 5 minute time frame again. We were getting absolutely smoked, absolutely cooked on the 5 minute time frame for months. So yeah, I just stopped doing it. Nothing works better for me than the Raja Bank's 15-minute, 30-minute style trading. That by far has produced the best results for me. Has it been the most entertaining? Has it been like the most exciting? No, but it has definitely been the most profitable. I have 10K funded. How much can I make realistically? There's no realistically here. You know, there's really not. It's that's an answer. That's almost a question that really just can't be answered. Some people are making 15 grand a month on a 10K account. Imagine that. Some people are making $100 a month. So it's very, you know, broad question. Profitable, yeah, profitability is exciting for me too. I like money. I like going places, having money in my pocket. I like when the homeless guy is looking up at me and I go, bro, you hungry? He goes, hell yeah, dude, I'm starving. I say, go in there, get whatever you want, bro. right? I like when I can go just fill up my gas tank. I don't have to worry about the $20 or the 25 or the 10. Who remembers the 10? Some of y'all remember the 5. I've done the 5, right? I could just fill the tank up, right? That's profitability is fun to me.
That's fun, definitely.
That 10 got you places. There's no doubt about it. That 10 got you places, man. $10 in the tank. It got us places. Fives and tens for what? I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, gas. Yeah, man. Hey, if you're currently there, appreciate it. The fact that you got $10 to, pump in that gas tank and be able to get you to that next meeting or to that next session with your mentor or, whatever it is, you gotta appreciate it.
Everything about your journey you have to appreciate, honestly. The lows, the highs, everything.
Yep, everything. That's why I said it in the morning in prayer, like, just thank you for every single moment of life, every moment of this month, all that. Wins, losses, lessons, blessings, all of it. Gas or food? If you do it right, like, I feel like some people just haven't been broke enough to, like, do it right, because you can do gas and food for $10. You just gotta go to the grocery store. You get little packets that are like this big, and then when you put them in water, they go poof, and they blow up, and it's like, oh man, that's gonna be enough to feed the whole family right there. Little 99-cent packets. We've been there, man. We've been there. The ramen, or you get the little the little noodles, right? The little noodles, the fettuccine noodles, and all that. They're like $1. They're like $1. You mix them up, man. You gotta stay down till you come up. I'd rather fast. All right, good news. We broke the lows here, so if we can close back above, this is our game time. So we're creeping into 930. See how price is falling right into our trap? You see how we're not falling into price's trap? Like some of you guys might have fallen into price's trap already. See how we're waiting for price to come to us? That's how we do it. We don't go to price. Price comes to us. We draw up what we want. If that plays out, then we execute. If that doesn't play out, then we don't execute. We don't care about volume. We don't care about this push, that push, his trade, her trade, his idea, her idea. None of that matters. It's all noise when you're locked in and you're disciplined to your system. So we just sit tight, draw up good ideas. If they work, they work. If not, we scratch that one out. We draw a new one, and we just wait. All right? It's like fishing. You cast a line, you don't get a bite. Yeah, you switch the bait, you throw the bait back in, cast the line, see what happens next. That's what we do here.
Yeah, best job in the world, man. Literally get paid to wait and then just execute a system. That's it.
Yeah. I have the instant account, cheeky fiend. Yeah, I got the I don't have the pro accounts. I have the instant funded accounts. Yeah, those instant ones. I have one 100K and one 200Ks. Clear range on the 30-minute, execute according to the setup formed. Yeah, on the 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, look, if this 15-minute closes above, guess what? This 30-minute prints a support here. And then guess what time it is? Just guess what time it is. That happens to be happening right at that closure. Right? And then we got volume, right? We got wicks to fill. We got a 1 hour wick. We got a 4 hour wick, right? We got a couple things, working here if we get these closures above, but you've really got to get the closure above before trying to, jump the gun here. But so far so good. It's coming to us. Because when I take a loss on a trade, I want to know that loss was something that I planned, that I waited for, that I had high hopes in, be based off of previous trading data, right? I don't want to take a loss and that, me say, hey, I could have really checked another box or two on that trade before losing $1,000 today, right? If I'm going to lose a G, I want to make sure I'm losing that on something that's extremely valid to me.
I would much rather today take a good loss over a bad win, because I know I want what's gonna be best for me long term. What's gonna help me be a consistent long term winner. That's what I want. So
Yeah.
I'd rather take a good loss over a bad win all day, every day.
Yep. Yep. So if we opened a 50K account and followed you to the T, I would simply be profitable. Big if. Massive if. Tristan. Massive if. But if you do, now you can't follow me to the T, right? Because my experience is going to overpower your inexperience. So when I'm not with you and you're not with me, I may get more pips. I may make more money. I may become more profitable, right? So I don't think there's ever a way you can get the same exact results as another trader. But I know that if you follow the playbook and you follow the plan, you should end with a 70% win rate, looking decently profitable and starting to move on with this trading thing. This system made simple. I'd rather be bored than entertained. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Facts, bro. Like, who's trying to do a bunch of work right now? Anyone? Like, I'd rather just sit here at my computer and do nothing. I don't know about y'all.
Imagine your boss was like, "Hey, you can go over there and dig a bunch of holes, and we'll pay you $100 at the end of the day, or you can just sit right here, and we'll pay you $100 at the end of the day. Which one are you gonna do?"
Bro, when Nick told me about trading, I was like, I didn't even believe him. I'm like, bro, come on. That sounds like a dream job, dude. Like, you're lying. For real, don't take this job for granted, man. It's an amazing, chill job.
Yeah. Can you copy an XFA from TopStep with an instant funded on? No, not on their own platforms. Maybe you could find like an outside trade copier. Wow, this is gonna be the third time we broke this low here. Interesting.
Doing a bunch of weird things. Being all random.
Crack number 3. Let's see what happens on crack number 3. 3 strikes, you're out. You're either going down here or you're popping. Dun, dun. What's John saying?
And so some of you, it seems like half of y'all can hear me, half of y'all can't.
It probably depends on what speakers they're using and stuff, but it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. It is all good.
You guys got to bear with it for another, what, 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, 2 or 3 days. I'll see if I can fix it for tomorrow. We'll see what's up.
Don't worry, you'll see him at the meetup.
Yeah.
Then you can get his real voice.
Yes, you will. It's probably my AirPods, but like I'm trying to hear you guys too, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's definitely your AirPods.
Yeah.
It's all good. It doesn't seem that bad to me.
All right, bet.
Would this be a 30-minute onion? Yeah. If we close support here, it will be. Yeah. Well, yeah. If the 15 closes above, then that means that this candle will have flipped bullish, right? So that'll be a bullish closure. So yeah, that would be. Yep. But wow, we've cracked that low 3 times. 3 times there. And did not break. Are we going to get a massive push? Or are we going to pop back up here? Yeah, all the rules on the sim account, I would personally take Ben G's advice and I just read through the FAQs on the website. It only takes like 2 or 3 minutes. We got 5 minutes on this closure. I don't want to misguide you or mislead you in any way, so I would just go to FAQs and everything is right there. You thinking lower? Yeah. This is the 4th crack here, so if we're going to push, it's most likely going to push now. It's just breaking. Wants to break. It wants to break. Boom, boom, boom. Birdie time? Yeah, birdie. Man, I haven't golfed in like 2 weeks. It's been a minute.
Doing Top Golf right next week.
Yeah, Top Golf. Yep.
That's gonna be fun. I'm hyped for that.
Same.
Yeah, last time I played golf was with UNC Melly.
That was like
last month, right?
that was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe even more. 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Damn, yeah.
I think I played one time after that.
Been a minute.
All right, 3 minutes. We'll see how we do. 30 closures coming up. 15-minute closures coming up. 1 hour still open with that bullish closure here. The 4 hours still open, just trying to figure out which way it wants to go. The daily is currently bearish, right? But we talked about the big rejections right out of this zone here. So that gives me reasons to believe that we could still potentially move up today. Yeah, 4 hour was consolidating for quite some time too. And then a massive like rejection wick, strong bullish closure, and now you've got this mess here. So with 32 minutes left on this 4 hour, I want to really see how we're going to move. 1 hour still open, 30 minutes closing up here in 2 minutes, 15's closing in 2 minutes. So we got 9:30 on our hands. Oh, John, you might have to use one AirPod.
Yeah, I am only using one AirPod actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna do no AirPods. We'll do that.
Yeah, that would probably be better. Yeah, I didn't take the sell because I'm looking at the 1 hour here closing bullish. So I'm looking at this 1 hour candle here closing bullish and potentially, looking to see if we can get, being that we're trying to move up on the 4 hour, see if we can get price to, continue moving up. Yeah, same awareness. Yep. So that means you just stay out. You stay out when you see stuff like that. Right? If the 4 hour candle didn't have much of a doji, this would be probably a little bit simpler, right? But then you break the lows and you close doji, so it throws you for a little loop there. But yeah, let's see how we do.
Yo, how do I sound now?
Oh, he's back.
Hey.
He's back. Let's get it.
Yo, shout out TK.
TK. Okay, my friends. So this is looking pretty decent. Let's see how we do on this closure. But I may be looking to go long here on ready for this 1 hour candle to take flight. Possibly even the 4 hour candle come back up, break the highs here. So let's see how we could do. Now mute him. He's talking too loud now.
Uh-oh.
All right. Tone that down now, John. Tone that down now.
All right, Chad. So like I was saying.
All right, we got decently clean traffic. We got a wick to fill here. We got the 4 hour highs about 62 pips away. And price going to close without a top wick? No, we're good. All right, cool. So we are good. Previous stops are probably going to be out of the... they're 52 pips, so they're actually not too bad here. So let's see how we can do. If we can make a little bit of a lower wick here, and then we can kind of move up to fill this wick, and then look to target these highs up here. Will we get a low? Will we get a low? I guess we will not get a low. Maybe. Come on, Goldie. Give it to us. Mute him. All right, one break of that low, and we're pretty much good to go here. All right, perfect. So I'm going to have some buy stops. It's going to have to be on the break of the current candle high. I'll be using current candle lows here, which at this point will be like 17 pips. So we'll see if we can get a nice like current candle entry and current candle stop loss.
Looking good, bro. Just like we anticipated.
Yeah, I will increase my size here since I'm going to cut my stop loss by a lot. So I'm going to get aggressive here and use like a 17 pip stop. Yeah, so I'll go a little bit higher in my size just because the stop loss is a little tighter. But if we do break the highs now here at 9:30 after creating a low, this should be good to fill that wick and then potentially move up towards like those 4-hour highs up there. But we definitely got to break that high first.
Yes, looks really good. Plan the trade, trade the plan.
Yeah, the 1-hour candle possibly will make this move up here, right, to fill that wick and potentially get going. The 4-hour trying to do something here in the last 27 minutes. Yeah, if we can end up flipping bullish and doing all that before the closure, that'd be amazing.
Let's see if we can get some 9:30 volume too. Push us up.
The main thing too here is that break and retest out of this chop. So you guys remember this chop over here? So that was the zone we were paying attention to. So you see how we kind of like pushed up, right? And now we're retesting that area to potentially continue moving higher, right? That's the 1 hour is bullish, 4 hours technically still bullish. So that's kind of like the idea here. Oh, let me set this up. I've actually forgot to take a few trades over here on this account.
Right, you need to like make a note out of it.
I do.
Put it on your desk.
Sometimes I forget to place the trades on all the accounts. All right, cool. I think I'm good. Yeah, we're good. A 5 minute looks good. Oh yeah, 5 minute little breakout there too on the 5. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. But my main vision here is the 1 hour moving up after creating support with this little fake out here. The 4 hour coming back up to the highs. And the 15 minute kind of retesting 01 here and potentially wicking up towards 06, which is those 4 hour highs. And if we get stopped, this is one that I can certainly live with.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I don't even care, bro, about the outcome. Honestly, I'm just grateful to execute this setup right now.
Yeah,
That's part of
same.
my plan.
Same.
Just doing our job.
Am I in? Are we in? I am not in yet. No, I might have a buy stop here. We're potentially
Win or
going to
loss?
be in, but we're not in yet.
Win or loss on this trade, today is a massive W because we're executing our plan. We're following our plan. And that's how we're progressing and making progress as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got a buy stop at like 32.95.3 on the futures chart. On forex, it's 3283.86. I would leave like a pip or two on forex just for the spread, you know. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome, Mike. Got tapped in with spread. Man, what's the spread looking like, Dan?
Right? One of the first lessons I've ever learned in forex was covered for spread.
Yeah, it can be, especially on the long, like the long positions. It can get you. But that's why we always wait for lower wicks. You know what I mean? We don't just execute and stuff. We got to wait for that lower. Look, I mean, at the open of this candle, you would have thought this thing was never coming down. But that's the perfect bottom wick right there. See how it retapped that zone in which we came from? Perfect bottom wick. So if we break this high now, very high chance we move up.
That's
So-
what you could say a perfect lower
Yeah.
wick or bottom wick is one that
Yeah.
comes into a zone, right? To the left, absolutely.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. So everyone always asks, like, hey, what's like a good bottom wick? This is perfect. So if you get a candle that breaks out of a range, which is this range here, right? If you can get the next candle to tap the top of that zone, that's the perfect bottom wick, right? And then to push back up and break the highs, that'll usually make for a great trade there.
That's right. That saved me a couple times too. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we may have made a lower wick, but because I wanted to see it come in that zone, like it's actually saved me from a couple losses.
Yeah. So we'll have to see now, because the 4 hour is going to come to a close, right? And we may actually, if we close strong bearish, right, then we may be like just looking for shorts at some point. But as of right now, everything still looks pretty decent to maybe pump and pull that 4 hour candle back up here. Yeah, I still like this. I still like this. My vision in a way is, can this current 4 hour candle close in 23 minutes like this? All right, that's the idea. So could we take advantage of that potential move up, which is going to be roughly about like 35 pips? And by the way, then the next one has to kind of wick up too. So you never know, that next candle, if price does close that way, right? Wait, where'd all this come from? And we do close weak bearish, then that next candle, it can pop right up like that. And we've seen that happen multiple times on the daily, where price begins to pop right here. All right, so every single time we've kind of created resistance up here, we came right into this overall zone here and popped out. See, came down and then just straight up we went. Then we formed another resistance. We came down, and where did we reject? Right in this overall zone, right? Right here is where all the chops started to form up. And then where did we go? We pushed back up from there. So now that we've created that resistance here, right, we've been moving down into this overall zone here, just like we did time and time again. Could we reject and push back out of it? Right, that's kind of the idea here out of this daily candle today. And then we're just trying to line up the lower time frames to, you know, line up with it.
Could you get a 15 celery too, potentially?
Yeah, maybe 15 celery, and then if we don't get that, then I'll probably have to delete this, and then we'll just wait, you know, for something better.
Absolutely. Well, yep. Anyone new? This is why we wait for those lower wicks.
Yep.
Because this could happen. Yep.
Yeah, and keep in mind the 30 still. Oh wait, we did close bullish. Okay, we did close bullish on that previous 30. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, I'm not interested in these sells at all. The previous candle, yeah, it has a top wick on here, so obviously it's not the, you know, the largest one, but it still has a bit of a top wick. But these stops are getting a little too heavy for me, and we're 6 minutes into to this closure, so I'm probably just gonna delete this and potentially wait these 6 minutes here. We got a 56 pip stop now. I definitely got to decrease my size if we're going to use that. So I'm going to delete for now. And I think the 15 closure, if we can close up weak, then that's going to be the next idea here. So you got a 15-minute candle here, right? That comes down. The next one, it broke the lows here. But if it can come back up and stay above the range like this, then obviously the buy stops will get re-added. And then right here, we'll be looking for buys.
I like that.
So let's wait this 4 minutes and see how we close. And that one I'll probably keep the 4 lots, you know, the 4 contracts, because that's a pretty nice move, looking move there.
Man,
3
it's
minutes.
hot out.
Bro, it's nice and oh, by the way, chat, yeah, for the meetup, it may not be the hot July that you're thinking in Florida. Look at this. We got 80, 82 on Thursday, 83, 83, 84. Like, this is lit. Like, you guys are not going to be roasting in the sun now. Yeah, nice little partially clouds going on here. It's going to be a perfect weekend.
Let's get it, bro.
You might have a little bit of rain, like, here and there, in and out, but other than that, it should be pretty clean.
Right, that would just cool it down for us, the rain.
Yeah, honestly,
Cool the heat down.
we cooled off pretty nicely over the last day or two.
Yeah, man. I mean, if it's hotter here than it is over there, like,
Yeah.
that just shows you it's cooling down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's getting hot, bro, right now. Really hot.
Gold's getting really hot. Looking good.
Yeah, right?
Let's keep pushing
15
up a little
celery
bit
plus
here.
pack.
Word.
Yes. Second half of 9:30 volume will come in too.
Yeah, we almost grabbed that low, but we didn't get it. But that's not an issue. That wouldn't keep me out of a trade. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's comfortable weather. Floridians wear hoodies. Yeah. You might catch us in like hoodies. Everyone from Florida, you're like, yo, what's going on here? Hot day. Oh, hot day up there, DeMarco. UK's cooking at the moment.
What's up, DeMarco?
It's hot in North Carolina. Yeah, it seems to be hot everywhere. I think there's a storm. So I heard there was a storm coming up from Mexico.
Oh.
Accounts pause. It's plan G. You might have to go sign a contract. Go on to top1futures.com, actually your web portal. Go to contracts on the left-hand side, and there may be one that you have to sign. All right, perfect. 2 minutes. 2 minutes here. This looks good. Yeah, we'll
We can close exactly like this.
Yeah, if the candle closes just like we drew it out, we're going to re-add the buy stop on the break of these highs here. We got 2 minutes.
2 minute warning.
Second half of 9:30, like John said, 9:45 may bring the volume. We haven't really had much since that one NY Open push. Or went like 100 pips, I think it was that one. Yeah, other than that,
Yeah.
just a pullback, and now probably getting ready to make another move.
Yes, sir.
Will I use current candle? Yeah, I'm gonna be using current candle stops. Yep. So either those or just stop somewhere literally back below the range here. 35 pips stop loss is what I'm gonna use.
And if we get that celery, we technically don't need that lower wick on the next candle because the 30-minute and 1 hour already got those lower wicks for us.
Yeah,
right, you would
exactly.
say?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
A long 2 minutes. That's right. Long 2 minutes. You gotta have good patience as a trader. Good patience.
Staring at the doorknob vibes right now.
Staring at the doorknob. Tom and Tom. What up, Green? Happy Monday. Looking forward to seeing you this week, Green.
Greenery. Same here, Green.
All right. Just about game time here for me. So this candle's going to open. I'm going to have a buy stop. I'm going to use current candle lows. So wherever that 15-minute wick's down to, that's going to be my stop loss. I'm sorry. I'm going to use 35 pip stops somewhere down below the range here. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, let's see. So TP, yeah, I'm gonna go current candle low here, and this will probably be my partial somewhere around this area is where I'll close like half. So let's see if we can move up. I'll use this current candle low here and see if we can get a push out of this. Yeah, full TP is going to be up like 3,300. Yeah, there's really no other lows to use outside of maybe, you know, like a little structure down here or something. But other than that, that's the stop. Somewhere back in the range there. But let's see if we could push through that high, close some partials here, go break even, and then see if we can get up towards 3,300.
Sir, I like that.
Happy Monday, Green. Happy Monday, brother. What up, the Groom Smith? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you here. How you doing?
What's up, Green Smith? What up, bro?
Happy Monday, man. Does anyone use funding pips? I've never used them, no. Yeah, I've never used them, guys. Are they futures or are they forex? John's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Let's see. I'm using it. Oh, okay. How do you like it? How do you like them? They pay? Well, that's good. As long as they pay, that's all that matters. And you just got to move along with their rules and follow their rules, and, you know, then you can get paid. That's the cool part about the funding companies. It's like, I mean, there's pros and cons, right? So you got to follow their rules, and if you do, you can make massive amounts of money with their capital. It's a good relationship for the trader who can be disciplined, use the rules to their advantage, you know, systemize around it or strategize around it, and then look to, you know, take good trades. They pay. They pay. How do I deal with being scared of taking trades? I've had no, yeah, I mean, the only way to make money, just think about it this way. The only way to make money is to put a trade on, you know. So this trade here, it could be a winner, it could be a loser. I really don't mind, right? What I do care about today is just showing up and drawing some plans out, drawing some ideas out, and then, you know, executing on them. And whether or not they win, whether or not they lose, that's really not the big deal for me. The big deal is making sure that I'm following my system, following my plan, and doing what it takes to be a winner in the long term. So any given trade, I don't care if I lose. It just literally doesn't matter to me, right? Whether or not this trade's a winner or a loser. Obviously, I want to win. I plan on winning. I wouldn't take this unless it was a trade that I believed in. But at the end of the day, I mean, we could take a loss right here. Yep, take a loss. We could take a win. The outcome on any individual trade is just complete. It's just too random to get scared. You know, like if that's the case, every trade is going to be scary, right? All of them. So that's my partial TP right there. I'm going to go break even at this point. We didn't hit, but we should hit in a moment. But I am going to go break even at that point. That's our wick fill. So let me just close the partial right here. 2 contracts. I close them. I'll get rid of that, and then that's pretty much half my position. So we'll see if the rest of it can move. If not, I will take some partials at that wick fill. Yeah, we'll see if we can keep moving. So wick has been filled. Partials has been hit. And now we'll see. We should have a lot of volume coming in here. I don't see why we wouldn't continue pushing up. My computer just died. All good, Johnny Gems. Hope you close. Hope you're looking good on that position. I'm also up about what is this? 1,300 on this account. 1,500, 1,400, 1,900, 2,100. I'm closing this right here. Boom. I'm out. So that's my live account. I'm going to take the profits on that, about 2,000, and then we'll see if we can keep moving here, gang. Beautiful trade. And that's how it's done. Johnny Gems, I wish I would have had you on this one. And that's professional trading. So if you took that trade, type a W in the chat if you learned something here today. If my example has helped you see trading for what it is and not what your IG guru once explained to you, then give the stream a like, sub to the channel, and spam a little W in the chat here today. Money move, money move. Money move, money move. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so maybe BE here, maybe not. But we did see roughly about 31 pips there. So congratulations, everyone who made money on today's trade. W. All right, that's BE for me. So I'll take my wick fill there, and I'll take my 2,000 on the other account, and I'll call that one. I'll call that a trade. I'll call that a trade. So let me just mark this up. Partials here, full TP. Boom. Copy image. All right, lovely. Good job. And we made money today. Nice. Let me just mark this up. Boom, boom. There she goes. There she goes. Let's see what happened there. 5 minute. Oh, you son of a gun. Yeah, this 5 minute closed that resistance too here. So lovely, lovely trade. All right, any questions? You guys want to go over that? Let's go over this trade. Let's talk about it. Took that on the MGC. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me just respond to this. All right, cool. Let's see here. First day back after a year. What's up, David? Focus on setting up business. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, good move. Way to come back to a good session here. All right, let's explain this trade. Let's go ahead and go into it because it's much deeper than what you probably think. So let's get rid of all this drawing here real quick, and let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's start on the daily time frame, which is where this trade originated from. So the fact is, like we talked about earlier, you had a lot of movement, right, from these highs, right? And all the movement came right into this overall area, right? So as we came down, we pushed in, we rejected out, right? As we came down, we came in, we rejected out. So as we come down here, you feel me, right? Possible rejection to go out, right? So all of a sudden, immediately from the daily time frame today, I began to look towards the longs, right? Look towards the bullish push out of here and potential support to be formed. We also, keep in mind, still have no top wick on that daily candle from Friday, right? Now, the 4 hour, right? So we dropped down to the 4 hour chart. We noticed that the 4 hour candle had broke the lows, right? So we broke the lows on that 4 hour, but we were coming where? Right into that support, right? So we have a major 4 hour support here, major exhaustion wick from the downside, strong bullish candle here on the closure, right? So once you start breaking those lows there, if you don't start ripping with the fact, like the idea of potentially moving down and closing below on this 4 hour, chances are it's just going to be a pack runner for price to move back up and have that daily candle reject out of that support, right? So 4 hours starting to make sense with the daily. We drop down to the 1 hour. The 1 hour has been moving down, right? What do we see on this 1 hour chart here? You have support formed, push up, right? Then what happens? You push down, you come right back into this area, right, where you can potentially retest. And what forms? What happens here? We form a brand new support, right? So as we form that brand new support, we could also say there's a fake out, right? If we look a little bit deeper, there's a fake out that took place right here with the closure below the range and then the move back up, right? So we understood what was going on. We continue to follow along here, time frame to time frame. We did not take these buys. We did not take these sells, right? That was just noise compared for what we were looking for. But what we did like was the fact that if we can close bullish on the 15-minute chart, then that would allow us to say, hey, maybe we can move up on the last 30 minutes of this 4 hour candle. So where do we look for supports? Well, we noticed that there's a range here, right? And last time we broke out, kind of pushed up. So if we can come back and retest that previous range in which we kind of, closed above, then we could possibly have the beautiful move to move back up, right? So what do you know? Support's formed, right? Price kind of pushes up here, starts to make a low. We set a buy stop for this onion play. Price comes down too far, breaks the lows, we delete it, right? And then what do? We say, okay, let's wait for this candle to close now. And if that candle, which at the time looked just like this, right? And you guys probably think I'm crazy, right? He's like, hey, if that candle can close weak like this, then we'll have a buy. And you're probably like, this guy's a retard, right? This thing ain't coming back up. But what do you know? Here we come right back up with the higher time frame moving along, higher time frame, lower time frame correlation. Now we close up exactly how we wanted to. We re-add the buy stop, right? We get a small little lower wick. We look to aim for that wick fill and these highs here. And then that was enough to get the job done. So you see how it all comes together? You see how it's not just me looking at the 15, it's not just me looking at the 1 hour, it's everything, right? It's a whole combination of everything that we're trying to put together there. And it was literally taken candle by candle without any sort of FOMO, any sort of deviation from the plan. We drew it up, we waited for it to come to us, we executed, we profited. Now we can walk away today as winners and not have to do what most traders do, which are succumbing losses today and then trying to battle back from them. So, any questions? Let's see. Anything? Good? None at all, he says. None at all. Is it okay to hold? Absolutely. I would hold till yeah, I mean, look at now. I mean, look at the 4 hour candle, right? I would definitely hold because if you start breaking the highs here, you're gone. You're going to move up today. But my plan was simply to reach these highs here on the 15 again, right here, and that pretty much went down. So that was a good move too, man. I caught that really nicely on my live account. Yeah, and just like that, we're back up almost 9K again. Yeah. Let's see here. Nice and simple when you wait for the trade to come. Yeah, so someone asked earlier, yo, like how do you always find these great trades? And like I said, that trade found us, didn't it? We explained it, we drew it up, but then the trade came to us. We waited for it. We didn't do anything in the meantime. We just waited for price, and price came straight to us exactly how we wanted it to look, and that was our deal. We made a deal with the market today, and the market, agreed. So we have nice negotiation process, and then the deal being done. How do you look for buys 15-minute in the first minute? Because I already know the volume's coming, right? It's 9:45, second half of the 9:30, 30-minute candle. I know we're likely not going to get a steep wick on that in that situation, and that's why the buy stop goes in so quick, because we are looking at this 30-minute 9:30 candle ready to roll. So, yeah. Yeah, and then that's our ticket right there. So that's where I'd be closing up, you know, pretty much my whole position there. I think my full TP was sitting right there at 3,300. Yeah, right there. Boom. W. Great trade. Saving every penny to join the clubhouse. Honestly, that's a great idea. If I wasn't in, I'd be saving every penny. I'd do anything I could to get in there. I'll be honest. That's where the magic happens. You know, if you guys want to spend all 3 sessions with us and dial us in together, you got a new month coming up. This is a great close to the month, but we've got a brand new month coming up. There's never been a better time to hop on the inner squad, start dialing in session by session with us, getting your questions answered, and, you know, moving this thing along. Moving your trading business along. Passed another account today. Amazing. W. So let me just make sure I got this whole thing marked up. Let me just, partials was here. Bam, this was here. So idea worked out money. Partial TP at the wick fill, full TP, and then we reject from there. Talk to me. How much money you guys make today? On a Monday. I want to hear this. This is a lot different from your average job. Let's hear how much money was made here today. Talk to me. Let's see. All right. What do we got? Clubhouse spitting profits already. 670. Okay, very nice. What do we got here? We got $97, $230, $470, $230, 1.1k. Okay, 300, 410, 370 times 3. Beautiful. $19. Amazing. 2k, 200. Let's see here. 1560, 350 times 3, $373. 370 times 2. Amazing. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. We're making money here today. We're making money on a Monday. I'll tell you what, man. It took me a whole week to make what some of you guys made today. What else? Let's see. Nice. 97 times 2. Beautiful. 140. Lovely. Good work. Take your money. Don't give it back today. 2,400 on the live account. Let's go. Let's get it. Sheesh, what did I make on this this live account here? Today, 1985. 1985 today. Good year. Solid. We'll take it. Don't tell your boss. Do I recommend backtesting? Yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't really do backtesting at all. I just show up every day and forward test everything, but I also have a lot more experience than maybe than you. So, you know, I definitely did do backtesting in my earlier days. Missed the Viking session today? I'll join. All right, let's do it. Yeah, London sesh tonight should be awesome. Yeah. Magnus getting ready to fly to the U.S. here. Yeah, we're looking good here. So, what was it? Yeah, 1985 on the day. So 1900 here. Let's say 600. A little bit less than 600. About 550 here on all 3 accounts, and we will take that for a Monday. Certainly not greedy. Do I think John's still holding? Nope. He's out. But trade worked out perfect. Anyone have any questions on it? I think that was a perfect trade. Yeah, 9:45, the second half of the volume. John should just go enjoy his day at the beach. Oh, wow. I did not have the trade copier activated. I didn't know they reset. They've never done that. Oh, snap. All right, so that lessens me a little. That's crazy. I didn't even peep that. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. I wouldn't even noticed. That's crazy. I have no idea. I never seen that happen before. Wow. Everyone, damn. That's alright. It's life. It's life, man. The question is, does that get you to revenge trade later? Not me. I'm done. The question is, now do you go, I need a little bit more. I thought I had triple. Why gold very choppy this month? You know, wars, things like that. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. You know, there's a lot of outside things going on outside the markets that is kind of, you know, affecting the market. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. Yo, no one told me my copy trader wasn't on. We even talked about copy trading earlier. That's crazy. Stay hard. Facts. You want to learn this system, but you feel like you have something that works, not sure what to do. Any advice? Yeah, just stick to what works, brother. Just stick to what works. Just make sure it actually works, you know? Make sure you're not like just telling yourself it works. Make sure you're making money. Like, you know what I mean? Month in, month out, week in, week out. Sometimes we tell ourselves things work, but they don't really. So I would just make sure it does work. And if it does, then just stick with that. There's no need to learn anything new. Peace out, Futures Lord. See you later, Gator. Have a great day. How did I take the buy when the previous candle? I think we talked about that already with in the first minute. Celery play 945, high volume coming in. You don't really need a lower wick on that 15-minute candle when you got a celery play showing up like that. So yeah, and we've always talked about that. You know, that's nothing new or anything like that. Johnny Gems went to the beach. I think so. Do I use the same risk when trying to pass a challenge? Nah, like if that was a challenge account, I would have probably won like 10 lots on that. 10 contracts, 8 contracts, something around those lines. Peace out, JR. See you in Asian session, bro. Clubhouse, does this make sense? According to like the webinar that we went over this weekend, you see how right away the market pushed out a perfect example for us to actually like have a little bit of confusion, a little bit of back and forth, right? To kind of iron it out from time frame to time frame. I hope that all makes sense to you. Yeah, and you'll continue to see it. So again, just like I spoke about in the webinar, your aha, your enlightenment, it's not going to come at the webinar. It's going to come this week. It's going to come next week. It's going to come when you use that method, because everything we talked about is extremely applicable almost right away, as soon as today. You know what I mean? So hopefully y'all were paying attention. Hide your profits. Going surfing? Good luck. All right, brother. Have a great surf, shakes. Let the right waves come to you, man. Don't try and chase those waves. Just like trading. Hit a hole in one. Johnny Gems, look like he's ready. Oh, shirts off. It's time. Hold on, John. Let me pop you back up. He's on his way. Take us to the beach, Johnny Gems. Take us to the beach. John, did you close on that or what? Talk to us. Talk to us. Oh, he said yeah. W trade, brother. Good job. Solid, solid.
There.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sorry, bro. Didn't know I was unmuted. What's up?
You're good. You're good. Enjoy that. Is everyone at the beach already?
Yeah, pretty much, bro. They beat me here.
Nice. Kid was too busy working.
Exactly, bro. Grinding in the morning.
Someone's got to work.
Yeah, right? All that hard work, you know?
Very true. You
Great
gonna
job, man.
you gonna dip out now?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm going to call it. Got my pips. Now time to go enjoy the day, you know, at the beach and just get some
Exactly.
sun.
I like it.
Bro.
I like it, man.
All right.
Yeah, enjoy, bro. Have a good day. I'm gonna stick
Thanks,
around
bro.
for a little bit, and then I'll be joining you.
Well, I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good day. W
Peace, bro.
trade. Ciao. Catch y'all later. Peace out. Have a good day, everyone.
Peace. Later.
Peace, peace. See ya.
And he's gone. Yo, what up? On me grind. Hey, you gotta sleep sometimes, bro. Tough times don't last. Only tough people do. That's true. How's the London session treating me? What up, Wicks? Don't lie. London's great, man. London's great. Yeah. London. This is my London sesh for the year, right here. So pretty good. Pretty good. Right here. Yeah. London, New York, and Asian. Gracias. A little bit. You can leave it. You can close it. It's fine. Never mind. I forgot we got little kids. Pip and dip time. See you later, Captain. Later. Anyone else got any questions? I'd love to answer some questions. If not, then I guess we can, wrap this up in a few minutes. Money's been made. Move has been taken. It could all be that simple. I didn't take any trades in Asian or London last night, Pack Runner. This is my first trade of the week. Just call it a day. Yes, call it a day. Bro, question, isn't it enough to check for clear range in 30-minute and execute to the setup formed support? Yeah, support. Yeah, if it looks good on the 30-minute, yeah, you can execute. Sometimes you may want to look into it a little bit deeper, right? And see what if there's anything else, any other clues that you can maybe sniff out on a 15-minute time frame or even a 1 hour time frame. So I would advise using all these, but yeah, I mean whatever suits you best, right? 15, 30, 1 hour up here is all execution, right? All execution, all setups. 4 hour daily is all direction here. So that's what I use. So yellow for direction, white for entries and stuff. How could I join the Zoom and the webinar? You can join the Clubhouse. Just hit ! Clubhouse. That's where we live stream Asian, London, pre-New York, New York. We do weekly webinars. There's a full course in there. There's a bunch of webinars that are pre-recorded. Basically everything that you need to go out and dominate in trading. If you just put in the work, pay attention, you'll get good results over time. Keywords over time, right? Over time. A lot of people don't want to wait, or they want instant results, but the winners know that, there's a process to everything. I paid an expensive tuition today. Jumped in too early on the 15. Next candle didn't show a bottom wick. Yours did. Jumped in late. Yeah, it's okay. That's the learning process. So, just take it for what it is today and, just get better tomorrow. Today I made $5 and then lost $3.5 in a sell. Okay. Should I close the chart? I would follow your plan. So if your plan, you know, is to close up the charts around this time, then follow that. If your plan is to stick around for another hour, then I would follow that plan, but I would wait for your plan too, right? So don't just stay in, but stay in waiting for the right opportunity. And if that comes over the next hour, take it. If not, you know, wrap it up. Do I see gold going lower? Yeah. The thing is, the daily's at this like major level of like support. So I think we got to get through this, you know, to really get, because again, you know, every single time we kind of rejected right out of these areas here. So same thing now, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The thing is, it doesn't matter anymore, right? Because the money's been made. So now, you know what I'm onto already? How's this daily candle going to close today? I can care less about any other movement in the market today because I'm already up, right? I already made my money that I plan to make. So now I'm solely focused on how will this daily candle close, so that way I can start to plan my trades for Asian session tonight. Up 2.5 today on the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Johnson. Yeah, let's get it, man. 2.5. Not many people are making 2.5K today on a Monday, I'll tell you that. Is it normal that in 3 to 4 months already profitable? Today I received my first payout. Yeah, especially when your name is discipline is key. Alright. So again, this journey doesn't have to take you that long. I've had elite members come into trading. They didn't know one thing about trading. By the end of 4 months, they were receiving payouts. Me, it didn't work that way. I had to take 3 years of banging my head up against a wall and making mistakes to become profitable. But that's not to say that if you have discipline right out the gate, that you know you won't be profitable as well after you know take a couple months to learn. Red folders in for the JPY today. Yeah, we can keep it in mind. Yeah, we definitely keep it in mind for Asian tonight. All right, Phil, see you in London. Was I concerned about price filling the 15-minute wick since it had a rejection potentially stopping you out before the move up? The 15-minute wick, which one? Are you talking about this one here? The wick to the upside? Or this one down here? If it was the one down here, then nah, I wasn't really that concerned with it. And if it happened, it happened, you know. But more likely, this trade's going to move up, you know. With all the things that we talked about in the explanation of the trade, the probability was definitely in favor to move up on that 15-minute candle. Yeah, the one down there, see how it's starting to maybe get filled now, but not, you know, when you had the break of the highs, it shouldn't come back down there. Today's trade, 30-minute looked choppy, so is it okay to ignore, take it off the 15? Yeah, this was mainly based off the 15 and the 1 hour, right? And the fact that the daily is kind of rejecting supports. So, yeah, you know, the 30-minute was, you know, okay, it gave us support. The 1 hour was super clean. The 15-minute had the setup with the clean traffic, and that was enough to get me in. That was my green light. All right, a couple more questions in the clubhouse, and I think we call it a day here. Let's see. Down there. Thanks for the coaching, Nick. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. Just one day at a time. One day at a time. Just stay in that learning phase up until you start seeing your results. Will tell you when you're in the earning phase. You don't have to check. Hey, am I in the earning phase yet? I don't know. Have you been profitable the last couple weeks? Not really. I'm still then no, probably not, right? So you got to keep on learning, keep on staying disciplined, keep on plugging in, keep on taking the right trades, right, over the wrong trades. And then eventually you'll look at your P&L and you go, holy crap. Yeah, actually, you know, you'll look at it and you go, you know what? Yeah, actually I have been green the last couple weeks. And that's how you know, okay, you're probably shifting into the earning stage at this point. How have you adapted to different market conditions? I think experience plays the biggest role in all that. It's just I've been chewed up here before. You know what I mean? Like I've gone through a lot of struggle in the markets, which have ultimately given me a lot of experience, in which I've been using that experience now to make a lot of money and take a lot of good trades and trade really well. So some things, you know, only only experience and chart time can give you. I usually do my best at trying to explain the conditions, but at the end of the day, again, there's only certain things at chart time that you can get from actual chart time. I would explain it, but there almost are no words. Same here. You're going, all right, DJ Scratches, see you later. New here, is this a celery play? Yes, sir. What up, Wilson? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. All right, cool. I think we're good. Hey, Larry's up here on the live stream. Let's go. Yes, I think we're good to go. Charts for stream. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, let me just check that out for you. Hold on one sec. Bum, bum, bum. Charts for stream. All right, let's have a look here. So, what do we got here? So, trade 2. There's trade. Let's see. Is this a right trade? Pre-NYC session. 30-minute close below support. Let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah, you could have taken that. Just no wick or whatever. So, that was a little bit of issue. But other than that, yeah, it looks great to me. Looks great. You could even take the one here because you're most likely pulling back real quick to create resistance to fill that wick. So sometimes I like to get the entry on this candle with the target of that wick fill. But yeah, good trade. Good trade. Let's see this one. Daily 4-hour wick to fill. Okay. Price push down. Session back up. 1 hour, 30-minute, 15. All at no bottom wick. Expected price to push down to create that bottom wick. Lovely. Went B right away when it created the wick. Perfect. Is it right to go BE? Yeah, I mean, if it's doing what you want it to do and it's tapping that area, then yes. Sometimes it's tough going break even right away though, because you know the price can fluctuate a little bit. So, nah, I think that was good. I think break even was fine there. You came down to close, you know, to break even, and then yeah, I probably would have maybe started to close partials though right there on that wick, right on this one here. That's where I would have closed partials. So you see how it rejected from there and hit you back at break even. So maybe you could have got paid by, you know, taking a little something right there. Yeah, good trade though. All right, let's take a look, Jeff. Let's see what we got here. So 4 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute. Okay, cool. Question, should I have taken this trade, especially since the 30-minute candle was pretty overextended? 215 broke the lows. Nah, it looks pretty good. It looks good to me. So you see how I like how you pointed out the break of the lows here. So you had support, right? And you kind of had this official closure above. You break the lows, you close bullish, and yeah, I like the buy right there. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Let me see the 4 hour again. Yeah, 4 hour had just broken highs, and yeah, I like it. Good trade. All right, SimZ, let's take a look. Trade 2, can you review this? All right, let's take a look here. So 50% partials. Let's take a look at the trade. Bullish, okay, bearish, bearish, bullish, bullish. 4 hour tap target. Candle moved up without a bottom wick. Decided I was going to get enter. Current candle highs. Okay, stayed out. Question, was this a smart move or should I have bypassed the support? Let's take a look. So where is the actual move? Which move are we talking about? Are we talking about this buy right here? Yeah, so I wouldn't have stayed out because of that. I would have closed partials at the wick fill. Yeah, just like we did today. And then I would looked at this candle for no top wick, and then I could see that there's resistance here, and that would have been my full TP. So you had the right idea. You had the right idea. Yeah, closing partials right there, break even, and then full TP up there. Looks clean. Super clean, super clean. USD JPY, amazing. Amazing, amazing. So gold's all over the place. Come on, gang. Why'd you give the profits back? Why'd you give them back, right? I know most of y'all didn't, but some of you guys did. Some of you guys did, and I want you to see how pointless that was. How absolute pointless that was, all right? All right, I think we're good. Who's Larry? Larry's the man. Larry's in the clubhouse, man. You guys are going to know who Larry is soon. Trust me. Right, Larry? TT teachings have proven to be the missing piece in my trading. W, Brian. Looking forward to hearing about how you're continuing to improve and, you know, get better day in and day out. I'm locked out, brother. Good stuff, Brian. I'm going to go eat. Do it, man. I'm going to go, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I have a elite call in a little bit. I'm going to do that. And then I got to take care of some stuff at the house. So I think that's it for me. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This was a pleasure as always. Thank you guys for coming in hungry, asking good questions. I hope today's live stream taught you something. I hope it blessed you in some sort of way, and hopefully you made some money on that trade. And even if you didn't make money on the trade, I hope you understood it, you know, and got a bit of an understanding, wrapped your head around it a little bit, and that's all we could do, right? Day by day is how we take this thing, and we just move on to tomorrow now. So, I should say Asian session tonight. So if you guys aren't in the clubhouse and you want to trade live all sessions with us, come join the clubhouse today. It's going to be a great month. I'd lock in for a full month of July and really put your head down. You know, put your head down and get to work with us. I'm telling you, we're going to the top, and we want you to come with us. So that's going to be it for me today. Congratulations if you took that trade. If this was your first stream ever, welcome in. If you guys can, do me a favor on the way out. Give the stream a like, sub to the channel. We're almost to 50K. And I'll be praying for you and your family. Blessings, gang, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right? Later, G's. Let's go. Peace out. Enjoy the profits. Keep the profits. I'll holla at y'all tomorrow. Later, gang. Peace.
On me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake. Just tap to the food, I'll make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you freak your face. Pull up in the church in the rave. You know what's going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep going K, just pardon me. You new to the game like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You don't want smoke with any.
Humble, which one lasts? Then demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let Christ, let go, live life. Can't help myself, you took them stripes, you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it, Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning, then get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from daddy, they feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey, few, I let go, let God, let me go catch my red eye.
KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these thoughts, my album criminal. I can't do subliminals, what you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate, body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my residuals. It's too formidable, them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning calves like ellipticals, this is typical. Keep it minimal, teach you how to boy. I'm out here giving clinicals. Go hard as bicentennial, nothing mythical, need no rituals. Grace of God is on continual, my boy.
Run around, got a lot fools. And I still got the crown like a bad tooth. I am cool, I don't gotta act cool. Just follow where I lead you, pack mule. Blowing through the budget, the cash ain't nothing. The way I flip back, straight tens from the judges. Yeah, I'm the too big, can't flush it. Probably gotta plunge it. Word is, this 10 years in the is, they don't see what it take to make it, but the word on the street side make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street side make it look easy. Easy, 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 too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy. Make it look easy, but it's not easy. Whip got wings, yeah, I feel like Ron Weasley. Live like king, so the money ain't measly. Hits like Sting, honey, you cannot beat me. Did it so casual, must be a natural. Heard him say, yeah, it was gradual, but it's diagonal, going up. Me and the capital, super compatible, got me like, let's go. Gotta hop in my step, gotta bounce in my walk. Rubber bands from the check, it was more than I thought. Fresh press, squeaky clean, wide awake, what a dream. Hey there, hi, hello, what's the word, baby? Tell me you know, cause I know that the word is this 10 years in the making. Word is I'm bringing home the bacon. Word is they don't see what it take to make it, but the word on the street side make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street side make it look easy. Easy, 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 too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy.
No, I'm sitting there. I think that's the one, though.
I've been running this race so long, that's why I keep my top down. Live on my head cause I can't wear the crown too low. Never gon' bow down. Everybody out there running games so they pass on me. Treat 'em like a op, bow. When I came up, they were whooping but was still on a leash. People gon' talk down. They going low cause I still serve the most high. No, I won't stop now. When I throw signs up, it's not what they said, dog. Know that for H-Town. Roll with a warrant, try not to get caught, but I'm fly. Still put the top down. Love for the father, make kids for the fans, y'all. Can't switch on y'all now. Only sinners walk with grace. Pack your bags, follow me home. Pray my seeds, turn out winners. Keeping that lead when I'm long gone. All of my fears can't hold me back. Let go of those who did me wrong. All of my fears won't hold me back. What don't kill me made me strong. Victory lap. We on attack. Ain't looking back. Rushing outside like I'm sleeping in a bando. Bible on me, I been feeling like Rambo. Devil